Good morning, Soldier Boy here, and welcome back to Marvel's Midnight Suns for livestream number 10, as we continue our journey through the game as the Hunter, trying to stop Lilith from destroying the world. Good morning, I hope your weekend was good. We're back this morning for just over 3.5 hours, as we continue to see if we can stop Lilith. It's been an interesting game so far, fully enjoyed it. If you missed the previous live stream, which was on Friday morning, trying to get my days right, we unlocked Deadpool, who is a very interesting character, not to say the least. He adds a lot of humour to the game, should we say. And there was a little bit of humour already in the game from some of the comments and stuff you can do where you're talking to people, but yeah, he adds a lot more comedy to the game itself, which really suits the character. And we did a bit of the main story as well on Friday morning. We did have the stream crash, so there is 2 parts to the Friday morning stream if you haven't had a chance to see it. And thank you to those who have looked at the schedule for this week. Pretty much the same as last week. We've got Ragnarok in 2 evening streams, Witcher on Saturday, and Midnight Suns all week. The plan, the hope, is Midnight Suns we can get hopefully done by the end of the week, because a week Tuesday we have got Hogwarts Legacy releasing, so we've got to try and make sure we're there for that as much as possible. If not, we'll do evening streams to finish off this, but I don't know how long the game is. The story doesn't seem to be coming to a conclusion anytime soon, so we could still be a way off, to be fair. Good morning, Brackley, how are you? You're faster than Streamlabs. You were faster than. Thanks for the like, always much appreciated. Right, I need to check the sound, I need to do a quick tweet, and then we can crack on. Like I say, we started 10 minutes earlier than we normally would, just because I was able to. Cool. And then we should be cracking on. Like I say, I'm hoping we can get more of the main story done today, and we've still got the Deadpool DLC missions to do as well, because they are separate. So we'll try and get them done. With the way we're doing it now, because of Deadpool missions, we were doing main story, general mission, Deadpool mission, main story, and that was the kind of pattern we were following. Have I ever played chess? Yes, I have. When I was a lot younger, in primary school, I represented my county at chess, and I've taught my boy to play chess as well. Okay, I will try and talk and type, but I do find it difficult. Yeah, I'm finding it difficult. Okay. I don't know why. We've been streaming now for over 2 years, and yet I still find it difficult to type and talk. You'd think after a little while you just get used to it and you could do it, but no, I just can't get that kind of side of my brain to work the way I want it to, so I can actually type and talk at the same time. We are nearly there. Okay, tweet is done. We can crack on. We can load him. You and me versus chess. Do I want to know something cool? What is it? Actually, what's cool? So yeah, hopefully we continue on. I can't remember what the last mission we did. I think we did a main story mission last, because we went to help Johnny Blaze, and we had to survive waves of the Solars. So that was the last main mission we did, was the main story mission. So it might be a general mission next, then Deadpool mission, then main story. That's kind of the focus we're doing. Good morning, Nighthawk. How are you this morning? Have you just finished nights, or you still got another night to go? You're a 4-time state champion. Nice, Brackley. Right. Nico needs to speak to us in the chapel. We've got a few people actually need to talk to us. This is night time as well, so we can't do any upgrades. This is after the main story mission, after helping Johnny Blaze survive, which he did. And then rode off. He didn't want to stick around afterwards. So we're going to speak to the guys down here first, Iron Man and Doctor Strange, and then we'll go and see Nico.
Banner thinks he's so clever with this demonic barrier, but I promise you, I'm gonna have the last laugh.
This isn't about one-upmanship, Tony. Just let me focus. And I can
Oh yeah, no, doing well at chess is definitely not easy. But well done for you for becoming state champion 4 times. That's quite cool.
Banner in my ear, I haven't yet found a way to properly shield the hunter to pass through the barrier.
Yeah, sure. While you're working on your magic fairy dust, I'll figure out how we get the parchment back here. It's too dangerous to be left out there in the wild.
It's not fairy dust.
Thanks for the like, that was much appreciated.
And if this sanctum was still around, that would have been the perfect place to store the parchment.
Well, it's gone, and Banner's still out there.
Nicely done, Brackley.
So let's hurry up and get some answers.
Do we still need to speak to them both? Or was that just... No, we do need to... We need to speak to Iron Man at the very least. Doctor Strange seems to have disappeared. He still needs to talk to us, but he's now in the common room. So we'll do these two first, mainly because Nico is a main story conversation by the looks of it. Let's speak to Iron Man, shall we?
I'm serious. What kind of ancient hero are you if you don't have the latest experimental gamma technology in your back pocket?
I'm a little confused. In my other pants, I'm not in the joking mood. I'm a little confused.
I'm a little confused.
Well, that was a joke. Don't worry, I'm still workshopping it. Maybe if I did it with a silly voice?
Do you not have other things to be focusing on right now?
Well, no, actually. Among other things, I'm trying to figure out how
I shouted out a lot of YouTubers and Mr. Mad. When did I shout out anyone? I say good morning to everyone who jumps in the streams, but I don't know who I've shouted out. Correctly.
If he can deliver, great. Otherwise, he should get out of the way, you know?
Magic must be respected. You two need to work things out. So we do know that Iron Man doesn't like magic, so he doesn't quite agree with Doctor Strange and what he does. But they do need to work together.
The rivalry between you and Strange is somewhat amusing, but the time for amusements is
Your
running
subscriptions.
out. You need to find a way to work together.
I don't. It depends what you count as a shout out. I say hello to people all the time, or thank you for the subscribe and that thing the like.
You still feel confident in your plan to destroy the parchment with the accelerator?
Well, I've been going over my father's files. He had big plans for this thing. Let's just say I don't think anything would withstand being on the wrong end of it at the wrong time.
You believe your father had ill intent for this device?
He had ill intent for everything. But this, in particular.
So Iron Man's relationship with his father is quite a difficult one.
The scientific essence of magic itself. So in a way, it's kind of poetic. I'm going to use Dad's shady tech to stop Banner's shady treachery.
Did I? When did I do that, Brackley? You can use that tech for good. Don't you mean Lilith embrace you in the darkness? You can use that tech for good.
Forget about revenge, Tony. Think about the ways that technology could be used for good. I cannot allow my own vengeance to consume me.
Well, I see your point. I don't want to wallow
Gain
in the
friendship?
muck, stay above it, etc., etc. Look, I'm not getting anything done. I'll tell you what, let's find this gamma accelerator, bring Banner back from the dark side, stop your mom, and then we can sit down and have a nice chat.
Oh yeah, there's a list of channels there. Yeah, I haven't updated it for a while, to be fair.
Juicer?
Oh, you'll love it. It would juice your.
I don't know if that counts as a shout out. That's just a list.
Back to work.
But I haven't changed it in ages, to be fair. I need to update it. Okay, so we've spoken to Doctor Strange. Now we're going to speak to. No, we've spoken to Iron Man. Sorry, we're going to speak to Doctor Strange, and then we should go and see Nico, which may include something happening. I think he's got. We can complete his request.
Close to having them parched.
Thanks,
so we can play this. We had to use the cauldron to craft 3 recipes, which we did. We're going to gain a modded ability, 10 hunter critical damage, and an arcane key. Which is decent reward for that.
The ley line emerged at an inauspicious time.
Modded heal. We apply 2 resist as well. That's not bad. Need to have a look at how that works in comparison to what we already have. So if we have a quick look, we've got heal plus currently. Well, it's a choice between now. Because we already have a modded heal plus. The modded heal plus currently gives us restore the same amount of health. If overhealed, draw 2 cards. Gives us block. I think the one we've got is better than that one there, and obviously that one's unmodded. We probably could start getting rid of some of these cards. I'm kind of in 2 minds. I'm one of these people that doesn't like to get rid of anything. Because you don't know when you're going to need it. But actually, I think things like this, we could probably get rid of. because that one's never going to be used. That one's probably not going to be used now, and we can't upgrade more than a plus. So the only thing we'd change that heal out for will probably be another mod, depending what it gives us. That's 6 nights done. Wow. You must be ready for a break by now, Nighthawk. Okay, what does Nico want in the chapel? I'd guess Nico wants to talk to us in the chapel because she wants to go out and do something that the caretaker's not going to agree with.
I just hope caretaker doesn't
Been with you for a while, but you didn't put me in subscriptions.
No one can stop
because I haven't updated it in ages, Brackley, that's why.
Are you just gonna stand there?
It's not something I've thought about for ages. That's why I haven't added it.
You wanted to see me?
You won't believe this, but we did it.
Did what?
Remember that first account of Lilin corruption I found in the Book of Thoth?
But the thing is also, you got to remember, right, I can't add everyone. If I added all 951 channels to it, it would be ridiculous, wouldn't it? But yeah, as I say, I've not looked at it in ages, I've not upgraded it and updated it in ages. That's the only reason. Remember the first account of Lilith's corruption I found? Yes, we do remember.
You mean the story of the ancient pharaoh who was struck down with corruption and the traveling light worker who purified him?
That's the one.
Of course I remember.
Well, Magic and I finally transcribed the incantation the Lightworker used. And I'm pretty sure we can use it to finally remove your Psycho Mom's corruption over Wanda.
Wow. Okay, so Nico thinks he's found a way to get Wanda back to us.
Pretty sure is not enough. Especially not when meddling with powers that are
Imagine if we can get Wanda back on the team. That'd be quite cool.
Jeez, Hunter.
Oh, we lost the friendship level there.
The incantation killed someone, Nico. It just does not sound safe.
Oh, it's definitely not safe.
How so?
Full disclosure, the reason the Lightworker died was because he had to take on all that dark energy into his body, and he just couldn't handle it. I tried finding a workaround, but all the texts on Chaos Magic said the same thing. Corruption can't be destroyed. It has to go somewhere, or to, like, somebody.
Okay.
So, whoever removes it from Wanda will also have to absorb it.
She's talking about us. So we could do it. That much dark energy would destroy you, or if it's terrible for whoever has to do it. We could do it. We could absorb the dark energy, potentially. It may turn us dark, but we haven't really focused too much on light or dark. We've kind of answered things naturally. And we're actually quite high up in the light kind of area. So absorbing it may turn us dark, but we've been okay so far. So we don't want Nico to do it, because I think if Nico absorbs it, it may kill her. So I think the only choice we really have is for us to absorb it.
I will absorb it.
You will? You're not,
Plus 2
like,
friendship.
scared you're gonna, like, fall to her darkness?
Lilith's darkness cannot corrupt me.
Right, because you are just so good and pure that you could never ever fall.
Correct.
Well, at least you're on board.
I wouldn't say that.
When is this happening?
As soon as we break back into Banner's lab.
Okay.
Oh, and just one more thing, so listen up because it's kinda crucial. I'm gonna need you to memorize the incantation and recite it verbatim when you see Wanda in his lab. It's the only way to subdue her. It goes...
I'm never going to remember this, am I?
Ego sum tenebris et venunt in domum suam iubet dominus.
I'm hoping the hunter just knows it, because there's no way I'm remembering that.
Domum domini precepta ior. Think you can remember that, Hunter?
Guess I have some homework to do.
It looks like I have quite a bit of preparation ahead
I'm
of
hoping
me.
he remembers it and we don't have to remember
I was
it.
hoping you'd say that. You need to memorize those lines as if your own life depends on it.
If it comes down to a
Because it
conversation
just
and we have to say what she said,
Remember
I've
to
got
study your
no
lines,
clue.
Hunter, because you do not want to screw this up.
Okay, we need to speak to Robbie Reyes now by the Hell Ride. So he is in the shop class, I believe, which is all the way down here. Hang on, where is he? I can't. Okay, we've got to get to the shop entrance, which I think is over here, if I remember correctly. But before we can go to sleep and start the new day to do upgrades and things, we have to go and speak to Ghost Rider. But here's by the Hell Ride. So that's where we need to head to. And I think there's an opening for it somewhere over here. We have found the opening occasionally, it's just difficult to remember where it is. We still need to do a lot more exploration on the grounds itself as well. There's lots we haven't seen and done. I don't even know after the main story if you can actually go round and carry on. I don't know if there's stuff you can do after the main story, to be fair. But I still don't think we're anywhere near finishing main story either. Right, this is the shop. Let's speak to Ghost Rider and see what he has to say.
I've got a theory. Want to hear it? My theory is that it's underappreciated work to be an awesome badass loner. I mean, did you see what happened when Blaze read the parchment aloud? That was an act of mad genius.
He got the job done. You're easily impressed. One day you'll see his true colours. He got the job done. We're not going to make him think bad of Johnny Blaze. Johnny Blaze is a legend.
Oh my god, really? The man unleashes the apocalypse on the forces of evil, and the most you can give him is an attaboy. Tough crowd.
After all that, we still do not have the parchment. Without it, we cannot destroy it.
Here's the thing. He's got no one to rely on. It's just him out there, facing this stuff all alone. He's not gonna give us something like the parchment easily. I think we all need to cut him some slack.
I think Robbie Reyes obviously has a soft spot for Johnny Blaze because they're both the Ghost Rider. Johnny Blaze was the first Ghost Rider. Robbie Reyes is the new Ghost Rider. There's going to be that link. I wouldn't say there's no excuse for his behaviour though. We don't have a choice.
I am not sure how much I agree with you, but I am willing to give him another chance.
To be fair,
we have no other
Johnny
choice.
Blaze didn't want help.
I mean, maybe
but at the same time, he needed
it. He'll show you a little respect.
And if he does not?
You gotta trust me on this. Seeing Blaze in action really solidified some things for me, Hunter.
And what is that?
I still got a long way to go if I ever want to make my mark as a spirit of vengeance.
I've said it before, but I really like how the age difference in the characters
yeah, I do.
Does change how they talk.
It's just hard to gain that kind of confidence when I'm always left on the sidelines.
Robbie Reyes is the one struggling to kind of find his place as a new Ghost Rider. He doesn't believe in his own ability that much. He's lacking that confidence. And that shows up so much. I think that's just where the writing comes into play. That I think each character is written very, very well. Okay, we can now head back to the house and go to sleep, and that should be the day done. And then we've got upgrades to do in the morning, and on top of that, we'll then pick a mission. It's just going to depend. I don't know which mission to do, to be fair. I think it's a general mission next. I'm trying to remember what we did Friday. Thinking we did a main story mission last. So, I think a general mission, which is going to be either intel or upgrades, or essence, potentially. Are there any mushrooms here, or are they still not regenerated? No, the mushrooms aren't back yet. So yeah, I don't think there's a hangout to do with anyone, is there? Just double check. No.
I remember the first time I worked with the
just check the map, make sure there's no one to talk to. There isn't. Alright, let's crack on. Let's go to sleep. Let's go to the next day. And see what mission to do next. We need to see if we need intel, because that may be something we need urgently. Essence seems to be okay. Oh, before we can go to the new day, Lilith has appeared again in our dreams. Let's see what Lilith has to say for herself.
Child. We must talk.
She's disappointed, is she?
The fool Blaze risks us all with his reckless antics, blindly wielding the parchment of power like a child with their first wooden sword. Who knows what horrors he could have unleashed? We are fortunate he did not destroy us all.
I think it's more that she didn't manage to get hold of the parchments. The problem. Looked like he could handle it. He was defending himself from you. Isn't that exactly what you're trying to do? He was defending himself from her.
Had you not forced his hand, perhaps he would not have used it, Mother.
Men like Blaze need little justification for their actions, don't they? Besides, it was not I who set the Soulless upon you.
Who set the Soulless on us then?
It's bad enough you and your misguided heroes are hell-bent on keeping the parchment from me. If someone, something else were to get their hands on that wretched thing.
Wretched? You would speak ill of your precious Darkhold?
The Darkhold is many things. Precious.
Hang on a sec. So if she didn't send the Solus onto us, who did?
The book has a will of its own. It enslaves then destroys any soul foolish enough to try and tame it. No matter how strong they may think they are.
She's saying the Darkhold sent the Solus against us.
Contain the damage, lest it consume us all.
Makes you think you're any different? Not in my lifetime. Right, because you seem so trustworthy. We'll go for that one.
Your forces butcher all in their path. You send assassins to cut our throats. Forgive me if I failed to believe you were trying to help us, Mother.
Not us, child. You. Everything I do is for you.
She keeps saying this, everything she does for us, but we kind of think she's playing us.
The parchment of power will be found. The Darkhold will be made whole. He wills it so. Secret guardians, sorcerers, and tinkerers, your so-called family, will shatter before the coming storm.
She doesn't have much confidence that we can stop her, does she?
But you and I will stand tall, precious child. United before the eye of the
And she's adamant
sun.
we're going to end up joining her. Okay, Blade has now had his injury healed. He's also got a new ability to use in the next fight because we put him into the healing place, which gives everyone abilities.
I would not count on that, Mother.
Hunter to the forge, please.
Hunter to the forge. That's like a announcement in the supermarket, isn't it? Hunter to the forge. Hunter to the forge. Right, let's see what we've got to do today. A few people to talk to. Nico wants to talk to us. Caretaker wants to talk to us. We know Dr. Strange wants to talk to us. Superlink wise, got a couple of messages on here. Tony Stark wants us to speak to him about shop class. And Nico wants to talk to us as well. I think Nico may be a level up. So we'll say yes to Tony for shop class in the evening. Nico wants to talk to us now. It may be a level up. We'll find out in a second.
Oh, I found one of my favorite records and I thought
I think
you
it
might
is a
like
level up.
Or at least be polite enough to fake it.
So I think we'll be level 2 for her.
Anyway, we'll get some more quality one-on-one time. It's a little retro, but so are you. So, what do you think?
Lively, I like it too noisy. What are we listening to?
It is nothing like what I am familiar with.
Got to remember the Hunter is old.
listening
Centuries old. He's
Poor
been asleep
Hunter.
a very long
Word of
time.
advice, never give a music buff a chance to talk about their passion. But since you asked, it's grunge. It's what happens when you mix the nonconformity of 80s Seattle and tons of punk and rock influence. You get awesome bands like Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, making something super authentic with this messy, dirty sound. It put Seattle on the music map. I used to listen to it repeatedly during my I can't believe my mom stabbed me phase. As you can tell, she was a great mom. Didn't leave me scarred at all. Ugh, like, why
I kind of
have a
need
kid
to
if you're gonna
rewatch
get
The
rid of them
Runaways
when they
just because of
interfere with your
Nico
dark
being in
arts and
this.
crafts?
It's an okay series. You kind of don't. It's one of those slow burner series that at the start you're probably going to think it's rubbish, but if you get into it, it's actually quite good, and that's obviously where Nico's from. I hope you get your own. Everybody's meant to be parents. I feel the same about my mum.
I know how it feels. It sounds all too similar to my own experience with my mother. Except that I had a head start on coming to terms with her evil nature. I cannot imagine being caught off guard.
Yeah, they turned my world upside down. I thought I was a normalish kid from a normal family. Sure, they had their middle-aged boomer issues, but I thought they loved me. But they didn't.
What is done, but I see you are still carrying it with you. Do not be afraid to go wherever you need to in order to find peace.
Roger that, Hunter. Okay, no more of this downer talk. Time to listen and let the sounds of angst carry you away.
So friendship level up, which is what we thought we was going to do. We're now friendship level 3 with Nico, which I think now means she's the highest friendship level with anyone we've seen. She now has a combo modifier of applying negative status. which applies mark, stun, vulnerable, or weak to the combo target. Okay. So that is that done. We still need to speak to Doctor Strange. We've got upgrades to do at the Forge as well.
The Parchment of Power's ability to conjure
Nika wants to talk to us out here.
as Stark would say,
she needs help.
a
Let's see what she
feature,
needs.
not a bug. Strange.
Hey, can I ask a favor?
Nika Minora looks you in the eye. Hunter, can I ask you something personal? Do you have any childhood memories of Lilith? Anything at all? The person she was before she became the mother of monsters. Okay. A fragment of the memory, perhaps. I remember a smile, a sense of warmth. I regret there's nothing more. Because there's 3 Hunter-like balance and 10 Hunter resilience. Or, if I did, could I trust them? No. Be better to see her as she is than pine for what she once was. Gives us dark balance and Hunter fortitude. We'll go for resilience. I think that's the good one. We know we're going to have to absorb a load of dark balance later. So at the minute, we want to kind of balance that out a little bit. But also, I kind of agree with what he's saying.
Oh, thanks, Hunter.
So we've got a resilience now increased.
There are going to be consequences.
Right, let's speak to Doctor Strange. We can't do any upgrades anyway until we spoke to him. I'm guessing the Forge won't allow it. It generally doesn't. We'll pick up the Gloucester. Although it does, it will let us do the upgrades first, but I think it's always good to talk to everyone first. Right, what does Doctor Strange need from us?
Ah, Hunter. Just who I was hoping to see. I understand you've already been on the hunt with Blade, so you're aware of our unusual visitor on the grounds?
Yes, we encountered something Blade called the Barghest.
His instincts were correct. I believe it is indeed the Barghest, or someone's attempt at creating a facsimile of one.
Is the Abbey in danger?
Not unless we provoke it. However, it seems to harness a dark magic similar to what courses through the barrier. I need you to track this Barghest, capture it, and bring it to me here in the Forge. But
oh wow,
please,
we've got to capture it.
Kill it. It's my hope that I can find a way to use its magics to break through the barrier to the lab.
That is definitely risky.
Hinging our success on finding and capturing a ghost dog seems risky at best.
I agree, which is why
Friendship
you
level
should
up.
seek out Blade and Wolverine. Our 3 greatest hunters should maximize our chances of success.
That's quite cool. Blade and Wolverine together, plus ourselves.
Be at its apex. I'll do my best to keep it stable until you can cross. I'll see you there, Hunter. Track the beast quickly.
So we do need to speak to Wolverine now as well. Before we do, let's do our upgrades that we can do. So now we've done the research, which is the food truck. This was a research we gained for the DLC Deadpool. So Deadpool's food truck is now on in the Abbey. So that's something I think we can now build, depending on credits. We may have enough credits. We'll do the level 4 research. That's the last level 4 one to do. Will give us combat item schematic and a combat item. Okay. Challenges, we've tried the challenges and we struggled with them because we don't have the move needed to actually complete it, annoyingly. We haven't got any upgrades to do in the Forge, but we have got the Gamma Coil, so this is from the last mission. So that means the Hunter, Deadpool and Ghost Rider gain new abilities here. We're going to have to pick 2 of the 4 we gain. Let's have a look what we get. An epic Gamma Coil, so this should be good. Right. New Ghost Rider ability, Hell's Fury. While in hand, this gains 28 damage to the next Ghost Rider is damaged by an attack. This gains plus 28 damage the next time Ghost Rider is damaged by an attack or an ability. Okay. New Deadpool ability, overpowered knockback, and if we have Anfago, we get damage as well. We've got an ability for ourselves, Mindbender. Target their enemy, they attack their nearest ally. Okay. And a new Deadpool ability, I think that's meant to be arse face. Taunt, gain 0 resist, exhaust, and Anfago gain 1 resist. Although it sounds funny, I don't think that one's useful to us. I think those 2 are the right 2 to go for. I think arse face just seems a bit, it's not going to do us any good, I don't think. Let's do those 2. We'll have to have a look in our deck to see what we can do with those, to be fair. Okay, we do need to speak to Wolverine. We've got training we can do, yard upgrades to do. If we have a quick look first, though, because we just gained the new things, let's just check what we can change. So we've got overpowered now, which is an epic attack. We could take down a quick shot. Does damage, and on Fago gives it extra damage. So if we take down a quick shot, that's quick though. Quick moves gain us a card play back. So they're always pretty good to use. Spread the love could be taken out potentially. I'm trying to. I don't want to get rid of quick shots because we gain a card play back if it takes down a target. That's the thing with quick, and quick is good. Death from above we could potentially change out. This move does less damage than that though. This does the same damage as spread the love. Spread the love does chain, but I think overpowered is better than, because of the knockback as well. Plus with Enfago we get more damage. So let's do that. And then we gained a new move for Ghost Rider. Let's have a look at that. Ghost Rider is the one character we've not managed to upgrade many moves for. You know, we haven't got the upgrades for Drained Soul, which would be quite good if we can. But we could take down a Drained Soul, although it does give us lifesteal. I don't think Hell's Fury is better than Drained Soul though, because you get lifesteal from Drained Soul. One in hand this gains 28 damage the next time Ghost Rider is damaged. I like lifesteal mainly because it keeps Ghost Rider healthy, and Ghost Rider takes damage so easily, and a lot of his moves mean he takes damage as well. So I think we don't use it. I think we stick to what we've got, to be fair. Okay, let's go to the Forge. We've still got to speak to Wolverine. He's just there to speak to be fair. Let's have a look. So we've got a yard upgrade to do. In fact, we've got two. We have the food truck. Discard one card per encounter to gain one move. And we've got the threat room. Launch endless combat missions in the yard to earn XP and practice hero abilities against enemies in limbo. So that's combat missions. I don't know what rewards you get for those, but it may be better than the food truck at this point. So let's do that. We've had that one waiting a while. The only downside is we've done that, which means we can't do an upgrade in the war room. But there was always that risk. So a hero can train in the threat room once per day to gain XP and practice use their abilities. So it's a good way of leveling up the characters. Combat therapy, who is currently injured. Deadpool's injured, so we can't use him currently, which is why we're probably doing a general mission next, because there's no point doing his missions without him. So Deadpool can go and get his injury healed. He'll gain a combat bonus as well. Upgrade abilities. What do we got?
Take it to the next level.
Doctor Strange can upgrade an ability. The Blessing of the Vishanti. This is an ability we do use. We can now make it go to plus. It's not a bad one. We haven't got much skill essence, but I think it's a good one to do, so let's do it.
An enhanced spell. Most welcome.
So that's him now. Has he got another one to upgrade? I don't know why he's still saying he's got one to upgrade, to be fair. What have we got? None to upgrade. It's strange sometimes where it shows that you can do an upgrade, but the upgrade's not there. Oh, so that's what it is. So Astral Meditation doesn't take a second card to upgrade it, but we need 90 skill essence. That's why that's showing up. Okay, we've got daily sparring. Who can we spar with? We gain an arcane key, friendship, and 10 resilience. This will be the last of our credits. We can't train with Deadpool because he's injured. Captain America and Ghost Rider have been trained with recently. So who do we need? I've been trying to get everyone to level 2, so we're all quite even in terms of friendship. I think if we train with Magic, she will gain level 2 friendship. Or be very close to it at the very least. So let's do that one.
Good, as they say.
So free friendship and arcane key, and she gains resilience as well, which is never a bad thing. Okay, that's all that done. We've got to speak to Wolverine next. Bit more gloss. Before we speak to Wolverine, let's have a look at this. We don't know what these are. So enter Limbo to face 3 waves of Soulless with a single hero. Each hero may enter the threat room once per day to try out abilities, gain XP, and level up. Combat bonuses are disabled. If your hero level is the highest on the roster, they will not gain any XP. So anyone lower than level 13 can go into the threat room to get their level up. That's actually quite cool. Let's have a look at it. So it doesn't necessarily have to be the hunter, because the hunter is generally the highest level, but anyone that's under level 13 is definitely a good one to use. So let's try Captain Marvel. She'll gain some friendship XP, which will get close to level 2, plus hopefully we'll gain a level up to maybe level 11, potentially. So we'll try that. I don't know what this will be like. Maybe this is something we do once per day. I know every hero can do it once per day, but that means we're doing it how many times before we can do a mission? Probably not worth it. Battle of the Soldiers with a single hero for 3 turns. Combat items may be used, but will not be permanently. Okay.
That should be no sweat.
So we're just going to survive 3 waves of enemies. Don't have to take everyone out, just survive 3 waves. So we've got. We can gain some block. There's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot of damage taken if we're not careful here, though. So knee strike's the first thing, then. And we're going to gain block equal to that. We're going to need lots of block, I think, because we're not going to be able to take all of these guys out in one turn.
Ouch.
Oh, card play refunded even better. Who else can we take out in 1 knee strike? That gives us a card play refunded. That's the best thing we should be doing.
Ready up.
I'm hoping we gain a decent amount of XP from this, but we shall see. If it does, it's definitely worth doing more often. Okay. Cosmic Ray. Doesn't take anyone out. They don't go out. That one will be taken out. Trying to see who we can take out. Because the more we can take out, the less damage we take at the end of the turn. Thanks for the like, follow, much appreciated.
At least monsters are wild.
We keep getting our card plays refunded, so I'm happy for that.
No gumption.
Right, we've got Photon Beam, which we can destroy enemies in a line. We're not really in a position to use it just yet. We can go Binary as well. Let's go Binary. That gives them more power. We kind of need to move her so that we can take out a load of enemies in a line, because we're not really in a position to do that just yet. I don't know the best position for her to be in, because we've got to try and take out as many as we can in one go. See, that one there does. I'm trying to think of the best. We basically need to be here, I would say. We can move, so it may be worth moving to here and see if we can get a line going. No. I'm hoping that's enough so we can get a line here now with Photon Beam. I can't get the camera to do what I want it to do. I want to be able to see how many I'm targeting. Okay. Let's come out of that. I'm trying to see where the I need the camera to be in the right place so I can actually see where we're going to. So we can do 2 there. Potentially. I was hoping we could get more than just 2, but I don't think we can. I think we'll have to do that, I think. We actually hit 3 in the end, so that wasn't too bad. I didn't realise we were going to hit 3. It kind of didn't show up correctly on the camera. We can also make these explode, which will be a bonus. 1 step ahead is the best thing we can do next. Again, there's heroism as well. Fists of Radiance we'll have after that. There we go. So Fists of Radiance will give a decent amount of damage here. If we knock them back into that, damages the others, doesn't take anyone out though, bar the one we're attacking. I think that's pretty good, especially the damage dealt.
Take this.
The thing is, we haven't even done a turn. We've got to survive three turns in this threat room. The downside is, we you know, this is taking us away from doing a mission. How many? If we have to do this every time, every day, it's a lot more combat before we actually do story or anything like that. But then if it's upgrading heroes, I kind of wish you could send them automatically here, and you didn't have to do it. I think that would help massively. Right, we've still got another knee strike. Again, if we can take someone out, that should be card play refunded.
That looked like it hurt.
We're gaining a lot of blocks, so we shouldn't take much damage at the end of the turn, to be fair. We've got 204 blocks now, which is the same as our health. Right, Fist of Radiance. It's kind of the only move we can do at this point. Does do knockback, but I bet we can't hit anything decent. No. Let's try someone else. Obviously, we want someone that we can knock into something else. It's not really going to help us. We can knock them into them. It's not really what we want to be doing, but we'll try it. Hoping for an explosion or something, but we're not going to be able to do it. At least we damage the other person as well.
Seems like it'd be cheaper just to replace you guys with robots. Bet Tony would cut costs.
So far, so good. We've got Cosmic Ray next. So we could take them out. We'll probably get card play refunded for doing this. I'm just looking at who's full health and we can still take out in one. Let's take them out.
Not a problem.
If we can take all the enemies out in one turn, it does reduce the amount of enemies we're going to have to deal with. So she's leveled up to level 11. So already this seems worth it because of how much we've leveled up, to be fair. We haven't got any moves we can do because of heroism. So let's redraw that one. We need something that's going to give us heroism. There we go, knee strike plus, that'll do. Won't take them out, that will take them out. Won't take that one out. Won't take that one out, okay. We should get a card play refunded again though. But again, like I say, this is taking us away from story and missions just to train up a character. Maybe worth it to a degree, but I'm not too sure. Okay, we've got a knee strike again, won't take them out. We can take this person out though. And we keep, every time we take someone out, we are getting card play refunded. There's 3 enemies left.
I could have made that so much worse.
Good morning, Marvel Cuphead. We haven't, no, what we've been doing as of on Friday stream, we did a Deadpool mission, main story mission, general mission, Deadpool main story. So no, we haven't finished the Deadpool story. We've now gained access to the threat rooms, and this is the first time looking at the threat rooms currently.
Ready up.
I hope you're well, Marvel Cuphead. But yeah, this is the threat rooms, which is just we're just seeing what it's like. My issue with it, I think, is we're taking ourselves away from doing bigger missions. That's the problem. Right, Photon Beam will take them out, which will gain us the card play back. Bit of a waste zone taking one enemy out, but
you should have known better.
It's the card play refunded we wanted there. Right, we've got 2 card plays left and 1 enemy. So if we now just spend our last 2 moves taking this enemy down, and that will be the first wave done.
80 years of failure, Hydra would throw in the towel already.
And then that's us finished for this turn. I can't take this enemy out unless we do a bigger move. I want to save our heroism, so we'll leave this enemy in play. We're going to damage him quite a lot. But they're not going to be able to do too much damage to us because our block is so high. So that's the end of our turn. Block was too high, they're not going to do anything. I'm just curious to how many reinforcements come in. Quite a few actually, more than I was expecting, although saying that,
still waiting for them
we could damage all of them in the circle now in one shot. And that'll make life a little bit easier, I think. So let's do that.
Let's do it.
1 KO and lots of damage. This is only the second turn. We've got to do 3 turns in total. Cosmic Ray. Obviously we get card play refunded if we take someone out. They're all kind of standing in a line, so I don't want to take them out, essentially. I'm thinking more about using the photon beam in a second. Let's take them out.
It's about time.
Because we'll get a card play refunded. So that's the thing with the threat room. Every time you take an enemy out, you do get a card play refunded. Okay. I don't like the way the camera changes angle, and now I can't see. I think we are targeting all 3, but the camera angle's not helping really.
Don't blink.
But this is why I wanted to get into that kind of position. So 2 of those were taken out, 1 survived. We've still got 3 card play, so I think we're fine in terms of getting maybe all of these out in this turn. Plenty of knee strikes will help.
Got their tactics from the back of a magazine.
But yeah, I can't imagine doing this every day within the game days, because you're losing that time to go and do story and things. It's kind of one of those that takes quite a long time, it seems. I would rather, although we gained 2 levels, Captain Marvel, which I wasn't expecting. She's now level 12. We came into this threat room as level 10, so she has gained 2 levels, which that's quite a decent amount gained, to be fair.
Next time I won't go.
So maybe it is worth doing, but it's just the time it takes. I kind of wish it was kind of an auto mission, potentially. I think that would help. Right, knee strike won't take either of these out. Photon beam might, it will do. So it will be turned over because we've taken all the enemies out. But then we'll have less enemies to take out in the next wave, and we won't take damage anyway. Our block is maximised. So that's our turn done. There's no point moving. Enemy rich. This is the last wave we have to face. I don't even think we have to take them all out in this wave. We just need to survive it. But obviously we may as well try and take out as many as we can. If only we had Photon Beam now, I think we'd do a lot more damage. Cosmic Ray though, we can take out that person. That'd be card play refunded. Obviously the more we take out, the more XP we gain. We could get Captain Marvel up 3 levels in one go here. And that would then make me question whether this is worth doing with each hero, potentially. We're gaining that much every time. This may be worth doing.
Hydra Green is iconic. If you're a low-rent mercenary, I mean.
Just because of the level we're gaining. Right, Fist of Radiance will give us a knockback. So potentially that's the right thing to do there. I think it is. We'll draw cards as well because we're knocking someone out.
I'm not sure if it's ethical for people like us to beat up chumps like you.
So I'm in 2 minds with this. Obviously to level up characters, I think it's maybe quite good to do. It's just the time it takes to finish is going to mean we're losing out on doing other missions. But it is quite a decent thing to do, I think. It would help us massively. We could explode that, so we can ignore that person for the minute. Let's take out that one.
Ready up.
I'm constantly thinking about card plays and make sure they're refunded each time. That's the thing. Right, Cosmic Rays. We've got 4 enemies. Knee Strike will not take anyone out, I don't think, bar this person. It won't even take that person out. Cosmic Ray should. Oh, it only takes this person out. Okay.
Watch and learn.
Right, 3 left. We could just end the turn and let them attack because we'll survive it. But obviously we don't gain the XP if we don't take the enemies out. So definitely worth continuing trying to take them all out. Obviously Fist of Radiance is a knockback, but we can't knock them into anything. This person we can knock out. Do that. I could have moved potentially and done knockback on the 2 together there.
These Rentamercs have no gumption.
If we do Cosmic Ray, it's not going to take her out, but we only need 2 attacks potentially.
Wonder what the desertion rate is for.
So now Knee Strike will take them out, and that'll be card play refunded. There's 1 enemy left to deal with. How are we for XP? We are very close, I think, to level 13. We are. We take out this last person, we've got level 13 done. Fist of Radiance, they're out. So 3 levels Captain Marvel has gained in 1 threat ring. That kind of makes me think it's worth it. It's just the time it takes to do it. 1 per day
Can punch through a moon now?
potentially isn't a bad way of doing it. To gain 3 levels is incredible. 3-star mission rating. What are the rewards like? Nothing. So the only reward is the XP and the friendship level. Let's see what we actually gain friendship wise for her. I didn't look at what she was beforehand. I think she was halfway to level 2. Potentially. Let's have a quick look. So she is now leveled up to level 13. So she's now the same level as our max level, which is the Hunter at 13. Friendship level didn't really see much gains, to be fair. But it was the fact she gained quite a lot there, to be fair. I'm kind of in two minds, really, with that. I think, obviously, it takes a little while, but if you did it once per day with each character, because you could do it all characters in one day. You can go back in there now and do it again. But you're then taking yourself away from story and other missions. Maybe one character per day potentially could be useful. Right, let's speak to Wolverine. We've got to speak to him before we go on a mission anyway. See what he has to say.
Hiding it, Hunter. I already got a whiff of that demon dog you're after. Blade said it gave you two the slip the other night. I want in on the next.
So the mission for the demon dog, we have to go with, I think, Blade and Wolverine by the looks of things.
Perhaps that is what our hunt is missing. Your positive attitude.
Me? Positive? That's a new one.
So our top level at the minute is 13, and we've got a couple of characters there. Especially for the level 10 characters, I think it's worth it.
Has proven difficult to track.
The other thing that happens every time the hunter levels up, all the ones at the lowest level level up by one level as well.
To breaking through the barrier.
Blade's no slouch, and I've seen you in action. This thing must be the real deal if it's giving you trouble.
It is a Barghest. It resembles a hound, but it is not. It is a spectral omen of death.
So I do think maybe that threat room is something we should do once per day potentially. Unless everyone's quite close to the same level, then there's probably no point. I don't smell of dog. No idea what this thing smells like. I don't smell of dog.
I do not smell like a dog, thank you very much.
I'm just busting your chops. You smell a lot worse than a dog.
This beast is vitally important. You say you picked up the scent near Hunter's Folly?
Yeah, that's right. If I went back there, I could probably pick it up. No sweat. So, I'll meet you there?
Did you just invite yourself along?
Bet your ass I did. I'll see you at the Folly.
So we need to go somewhere after the mission today. We need to meet Wolverine at Hunter's Folly.
He sent up a supernatural beacon saying,
and then we can try and get this ghost dog. So that's something we need to do in the evening. But before that, the caretaker needs to talk to us, and Blade needs to speak to us. Although
Hunter,
as I say, it's not showing up as Blade wants to talk to us.
All right, Blade.
Oh, it's because they're talking still.
Around. What do you really know about this demon dog stuck in the woods out there?
I want to talk to Blade, but we've got to wait for their conversation to finish.
But it's not just another shadow hound. There's something off about this thing.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
We tracked it across the grounds, almost had it too, until it escaped through a big red portal.
The dog opened a portal?
Someone did, and it wasn't magic. Strange suspects Hydra.
Hydra experimenting on their own recruits is one thing. But animals? That just pisses me off.
I'm with you on that.
Something smells of shit.
We've got to wait for their conversation until we can speak to them. Listen. We finished?
Oops. You're bad.
Can't turn off this keen sense of smell. That reminds me. I left my mug of coffee out at the cliffs. It's Cap's mug. Can't let him find it on accident.
Right, come on, finish talking. It's not showing up. We do need to speak to him. It tells us we do on the map, but for some reason he won't show up. Let's go and speak to the caretaker first, then, and we'll have to come back.
I wish my phone could
There's more gifts to open as well. Let's get those for when we do a next hangout. Can we do any compliments? No, we still haven't invited anyone to a haven yet. There's something else we haven't done. We need to do.
I don't think you're familiar with kitschy coffee mugs, Hunter.
What have we got here? We've got some war room upgrades, but we need more credits. So that's something we need to really look at. It's because we did the upgrade for the threat room. That's why we haven't got any credits left. Do that. The arcane chest hasn't respawned, so we can't do that just yet. Right, let's speak to caretaker.
I don't want to waste your time, so I'll be direct. I overheard you, Nico, and Magic.
Oh, she heard us in the chapel. Uh-oh.
I hope you three are not planning another foolish excursion to rescue you-know-who.
She definitely doesn't want Wanda saved, does she? I don't know why. Her name is Wanda.
Her name is Wanda.
Yes, I know.
You cannot even say her name.
Just level with me. Are they still planning on trying to save her?
Yes, they are. I'm not lying.
Nico did not want me to tell you, but yes. Yes, they are.
I want Wanda on our side.
I knew it. What half-brained scheme is she planning now?
She thinks she has a spell to remove corruption.
She what? Unbelievable. If she doesn't get herself killed, she will surely take down whoever helps her. Thank you for telling me. I will speak to her as soon as we're done here.
That's not good, because we're
told...
told...
In the meantime, is there anything else you'd like to know?
Tell me. Okay, we've got quite a few things we can ask about, so maybe that's worth doing. We'll get some more information at least.
Why did you keep the parchment's location a secret from us?
Are we on that again?
We are.
Remember the wall of fire spectacle Blaze caused?
You mean the wall of fire that engulfed the Solus?
That was the result of Blaze reading the parchment, which is why I kept it away from this abbey. I care too much about the sons to expose them to that kind of danger. So, I gave it to Blaze. It wasn't to deceive the team.
But yeah, Blaze used the parchment to save us. So you don't care about Blaze. Blaze can take care of himself. You should tell that to the rest of the team.
I think it might be a good idea to share your motivations.
That's somewhere this distrust of the caretaker comes from, is the secret she keeps.
Because they are hurt, you left them out of the loop. And perhaps explaining to them that you were acting in their best interest might smooth things over.
I still don't know.
I will think about it.
How trustworthy she really is.
Is there anything else?
I'm kind of wondering whether there is something else in the background. Do you think that Lillian corruption could ever be removed?
What if we remove the corruption somehow?
You already know the answer to that, which is why I suspect you just told me of Nico's plan.
I told you because I was being honest.
Now that we know where the page is, it will not be long until Lilith finds it.
No doubt.
Have you considered Lilith does not have a choice in the matter?
What do you mean?
As I say, the story doesn't seem to be coming to a natural conclusion anytime soon.
Right?
For unlimited power.
Which gives you a lot of playtime, potentially.
But does that not mean she is compelled to serve him? Even if she does not want to?
What? Are you actually feeling sorry for her? Because she made her choices long ago.
Maybe I do pity her. I do not feel sorry for her. I pity her.
Perhaps there is a part of me that does pity her.
Don't waste your pity on her. She doesn't deserve it.
In our dreams, Lilith comes across as the loving mother who wants her son by her side.
God.
Yes, we know what she's up to.
She knew what she was doing.
And we just don't know if it's... We don't know if she's tricking us to try and bring us on side, or the caretaker's not sharing something with us that we should know about.
I have a favor to ask.
Oh?
When you talk to Nico and Magic, please go easy on them.
She's not going to go easy on them,
is
she?
They mean well.
I know. I just can't have them continue to endanger themselves or anyone else over this.
Just be gentle. They are still grieving their friend.
I'll take that into consideration.
Okay.
I have taken up enough
That's
of
the caretaker. We need to go back and speak to Blade.
Go. We'll talk more later. Oh, Hunter. Thanks for your honesty today.
Okay, we gained a light balance. Right, Hunter now needs to speak to us still. Not Hunter, sorry, Blade.
I didn't understand a word.
Yes, Blade will now talk to us at least.
Is this visit business or pleasure?
I'm assuming we're just sorting out the evening hunt.
We have work to do.
Then let's not waste any more time. What's going on?
I spoke with Strange. He believes the Barghest is more important.
Thank you for the like, brother. Was much appreciated.
Understood.
I also talked with Wolverine. I know it was not easy for you to admit that we lost the creature.
I'll get over it once we capture that damn thing.
You will have your chance. The doctor feels it is imperative that we capture the creature as soon as possible for his research.
So the evening mission will be to go and capture this ghost dog with Blade and Wolverine.
Wolverine has agreed to join us. I assume you have no issue there.
The more the merrier. We should start up at Hunter's Folly. That's the last place I saw this thing's tracks.
Yeah, so that'll be the evening mission.
Also smelled something in that area, so it is agreed.
Then I'll see you tonight at the Folly.
Perfect. Now, is anyone else to talk to? Not by the looks of it. We can go and now pick a mission. I just want to see if if we can compliment. We'll quickly praise Charlie.
Gouts of fire belching into the sky. I was thinking more like curses.
Okay, it won't let me praise him. It won't do anything. Right, we can't compliment anyone, so let's check what missions we want to do next. We need intel for missions here. We need credits for upgrades.
Do whatever they want.
And I think we did main story last time. What the main story mission, Skin Deep, is locked because we need to do a general mission first. New York mission is locked because Deadpool's injured and is currently recovering. So we have to pick a general mission from the 4 here.
Abby could use a cat to counter Charlie's
we've got to capture T.H.R.E.A.T, which is hard, but it's Gamma Coil rare and Intel cache rare. Recovered Hydra data, Gamma Coil and credits. Blueprints and Gamma Coil and after. So it's between these two. We need intel so we can send people out on intel missions. But we also need credits, which is that one. Credits do seem to be quite hard to come by, especially a decent amount for all the upgrades we need. I think the best thing is capture the Hydra agent. I think that's a priority should be intel, because sending people out on intel missions gives them more moves, more attacks. So I think that's the one to do. It does say hard, so we've got to really pick our team. Captain Marvel is with us for this one. General missions, we don't generally take the Hunter. We kind of let other people go to help level them up. But this one does say hard. We'll take Wolverine because it's Wolverine and he's the second highest level wise. Deadpool's also joint highest. Ghost Rider's level 12. Could take him or Captain America. I think Captain America. Blade starts with apply to vulnerable to enemies at mission start. Do you know what? Let's take Captain America. I think it's a higher level. Since it's a hard mission, we kind of want a high level team, I think. We've got our combat item of Healing Soul. Let's double check what we want to take. If there's anything else we want to take with us. I'm thinking more health benefits, really, more than anything else. 50% health. Do you know what? Let's take Greater Healing Soul. I'm thinking more, if we need health, that's definitely a good one to have. So that's our team: Captain Marvel, Wolverine, and Captain America. Just trying to catch this Hydra agent. It does say it's a hard mission, so this could be interesting. We'll find out if leveling wise we're actually at a decent point or not. I think the 3 levels gained by Captain Marvel in the threat room is going to help us massively. Alright, we've got to capture the agent. We've got to break protection on the agent, use the capture agent card to secure him, and then defeat all the remaining enemies at the end after capturing him. But there should be no reinforcements.
There's a Hydra unit nearby that seems to be using some sort of experimental equipment.
So the big thing is break guard as quickly as we can to get the agent on our side, or to capture him potentially. We know the big guy will lose health because of the protection. There's a red key card. The hounds are targeting Wolverine. What does this one do? Environment attacks still increase damage and cost 1 less heroism for 2 turns. That's not bad, because especially the drums that explode, they only cost 1, so you can basically do it for free. Right, where is the red key card? Oh, the big guy has the red key card. This is a storage crate. Okay. So obviously we've got to focus on the big guy, try and take down his protection where we can. We have got Quick Punch, which if we take someone out will give us the card play back. So there's Quick Punch, won't take that down. No, I don't think Quick Punch is going to take anyone down, is it? And if it will take that agent down or the dog. Let's do the dog because we get full force. Because it's quick, we'll also gain the card play back. Engaging. The card play is the important part. Because that way, we get a lot of stuff refunded. Okay, if we were to explode that Captain America maybe in the blast zone, so that's something we've got to be aware of. But if we use full force of our last move, these cost 0, which will help massively. Big guy's just outside the radius of that one. Okay, what else have we got? We have got the hero combo once we get 4 heroism. Tactician. Gain 80 block, give 40 block to all lads. That's not a bad move to do. Knee strike, is that going to take anyone out? Take nearly half of the protection away, to be fair. But the only one it takes out is this agent here, which we could take out there. But I don't know if we'll gain the move back. What else have we got? Chain swipes. Obviously, it will take them out. This does chain, so chain moves are pretty good. I'm kind of thinking we do knee strike against the big guy, take down half his armor. I'm thinking if we can get the agent captured quickly, there's less reinforcements coming in. Is kind of my thinking. So let's do knee strike. We've also gained block, so that's not too bad. Right, still 2 card plays left. Fist of Radiance. This guy can't be knocked back. The problem with knockback, when they're resistant to it, sometimes you then find that you can't actually do any damage because of it. That's the only downside of that. What about if I chain this all the time? I think that made me block fully down. Taunted him. Is block down? No, we're just short on block. That's annoying. We're tiny little bit on block down there. So we've got 1 card play left. We could get rid of full force, and that means we're going to do some damage here. Obviously, we've got to move Captain America. So close to getting that down this turn, though, which I'm not sure if Fist of Radiance will do it. The only downside is we won't gain the card play back, so it will be the end of the turn. We could do Tactician, which gives block to everyone, which will help us survive the turn at least. Let's do that.
Someone order a sandwich?
It's annoying we did so much damage on the big guy and didn't take down block, because next turn he's going to re-energize and get blocked back again. Right, we need to move Captain America because he's potentially going to give us in a bit of trouble if we want to explode this. He can move potentially and push someone. We can push him into that, damage those 2. He could potentially push this, but he's going to damage himself. I think we do him into there. Damage both of those. We kind of messed up a little bit this turn because we didn't really do as much damage to the guy protector as I would have hoped. He's gone concealed. We're going to take a good few hits here. There's not much we can do about it at this point, but we have got block, so I'm hoping that's enough. See what they do. We could have exploded that actual other canister.
They really got it in for me.
Okay, Wolverine got hurt a little bit there. The hounds are targeted him. Wolverine's going to lose a little bit of health here. 61. Oh wow, that's a lot of damage. Wolverine could be in trouble. That is a lot of damage gained there by Wolverine. We should have exploded that. I should have done it.
Looks like they want to try a few
Is it just 1 hound? I think it's only just 1 hound. Okay. So obviously the agent is there now. Frenzy by the dog, we'll be wary of that. Big guy's there, but they're right next to a drum that we can explode. So that would help us take his block down potentially. They're targeting Captain America. Right, Wolverine's health is under half, we need to be aware of that. Frenzy, 3 card plays. If we explode this, that's the majority of block done. Does Captain America need to move to do this? No. Let's do that. We may be able to capture the agent this turn. Which if we do, that helps us stop reinforcements coming in. Right. We have got a hero combo, but it's kind of a bit pointless on the big guy. I think it's going to... Although saying that, it's going to take him nearly down. And taking the big guy down makes a big difference, because he's the one that does a lot of damage. The only downside is obviously Wolverine, if he's being targeted by anyone. Because if he is, this guy's targeted him. He's also vulnerable, so he takes 50% more damage for one turn. This guy is targeting no one by the looks of it. Why is he not targeting anyone? Right, let's do hero combo.
You and me.
Well, yeah, my only concern is Wolverine may get injured. Right, we can capture agent. It's a choice between capture agent or take down the shield, take down the big guy. But I think capture agent is the one we need to do. Because we don't obviously want him protected again next turn. So capture agent. Obviously it means the big guy is still at risk from him doing damage to us. I don't think there'll be any more reinforcements now.
Stay alert. You've attracted some unwanted
attention. More reinforcements.
Just what we needed.
The Hydra has been captured. Defeat the remaining enemies to complete the mission.
Take care of the rest of these thugs. Don't hold back.
Okay, this could be tricky. Reality Anchor. Your preparations in the shop class have paid off. The Reality Anchor has been added to your combat item wheel. This will make the character immune to knockback the rest of the encounter. Okay. Who we got here? Fallen Scarlet Witch is here. Okay, that's not what we needed because she is... that's a lot of damage she could potentially do to us now. We've got one card play left. And we've got to really do something good here. Because Fallen Scarlet Witch has got a lot of health. There's no point doing the full force, so he only costs us less on these because it's not going to help us at this point. I think we're going to need to get rid of one of these Fists of Radiance. We need another decent card here. That one doesn't help us. Let's get rid of Fists of Radiance again. It's the last redraw. We need a move that will do some damage. Rapid healing. Okay. That's probably worth it. We know Wolverine is damaged. Captain Marvel does have protection, and so does Captain America, so that will make them a little bit better in terms of damage taken. Let's use rapid healing on Wolverine, give him full health regain. And he's leveled up, nice jump.
Just keeps getting easier.
Right, the frenzy's now active. They all do a lot of damage. This is going to be tough, I think, to win this. Okay, we could take out one dog there and hurt the other person. Let's do that.
Not looking good for you.
And we've got no card plays left. That's the downside now. I'm thinking maybe push. So we do want to take the big guy out, but I think it's going to be a bit tricky to get him down potentially. What about... we've still got a push move. It's not going to do enough damage. I was hoping we could do some damage there, but we could take two people out in one here. Not the big guy though, annoyingly. That's a decent damage there. I think that's probably worth it. Take both of those out. A double KO is better than nothing, I think. My issue is the Fallen Scarlet Witch is going to do massive damage. That's our turn done. The concern is probably Captain America at this point surviving. We shall see. Let's see what happens.
I didn't ask for your help.
Do not want... Okay, Captain America is now taking damage. His block is gone. He's wounded. That's not good.
Not gonna be that easy.
Okay, that's all the damage done to him. 138 damage to Wolverine there. That wasn't helpful. Frenzy gained over there. Fallen. Oh, confused. Captain Marvel is now confused. A block's fine. Okay.
Bring what you got.
That was a lot of damage to Wolverine that I didn't want him to take. We have got Berserk, which gives us life still for Wolverine. That's probably worth it, to be fair. Let's do that. We've got to take out as many of these as possible, as quickly as possible. Well, what's she doing with her confused? And that's okay, she didn't attack us. There's always a concern when someone's confused that we're going to be in trouble. Okay, we have got chain shot here. Won't take the big guy out. It will if we do all the chain strikes on him. So let's do that. We're going to gain 40 health back as well, which isn't a massive amount. We gain the red key card.
About time.
The big guy's out. We know he does big damage, so actually having him out is a bonus. Please say she attacks the enemy. Don't attack us. She didn't attack us, luckily. Right, what else have we got? We've got Eviscerate. Maybe worth doing. Ideally, we want it to take out an enemy because we gain more for it. ×2, ×3. We gain counter if we take an enemy out. So, if we do it more than once, we'd actually end up taking someone out, I think. Yeah. Let's do that. So I know it's only one enemy out, but we do gain counter, which is important. We gain a massive amount of health for Wolverine as well there. Right, what's Captain Marvel doing now? Nice. So the confusion actually helped us there. Frenzy.
Her children will join us soon.
What's she doing? She's doing a portal, isn't she? This mission is getting trickier and trickier. There we go, the counter worked perfectly.
That looked like it hurt.
We're going to have to take that portal down by taking her down. She's got a lot of health. We've got no card plays left now either, which is not helpful. Health-wise, Captain America's in a little bit of trouble. What have we got? Cover 50% health. We're going to have to use it, I think, on Captain America, because he's in trouble. I'm guessing Wolverine no longer... Does he have counter still? Yes, we still have counter, so any damage he takes now, he'll have counter. That's not bad. And we've still got... I think life steal will happen next turn as well. We have got push, but I don't know who we can really utilise it on. Obviously, we're going to damage as many as we can in one go here. We push Fallen Scarlet Witch. So I'm going to take anyone out, annoyingly. Right, what else have we got? Miss Captain Marvel, can we potentially push this guy? Won't take him out again though. And I don't think we can push this guy. 33% chance of falling in. It's quite a low percentage, isn't it? We could potentially push her into him, but again, nothing really gaining from it. Just trying to think what we could gain by push. I think Captain America into Scarlet Witch is probably our best. Can't see anything else that's going to gain us and not that much damage. At least it's both of them being damaged. They're the two big enemies we need to defeat. What I need to check as well is how long before reinforcements come back through that portal.
Mother, protect me.
Oh, we've been hexed. Captain America's been hexed for that attack. Doesn't tell me what that does actually, to be fair. Summoning reinforcements next turn. Oh, okay. We're going to have a load of reinforcements in. Good morning, Ghost. How are you? Good morning, Dennis. How are you? Shows that I was thinking you know that you didn't know. What? This is just a general mission as well, and yet it did say it was hard, and it's definitely proving to be. Oh no, Wolverine's dazed. We're taking a lot of damage. The Fallen Scarlet Witch is definitely not helping, to be fair.
You just made a big mistake.
This is going to be tricky to win. The problem is, if we don't win, we've got to redo it, or we just don't get any rewards. We can attack them. I don't know what to... Oh, Chaos Field. What's a Chaos Field? Not seen that before.
So, which one of you wants to go first?
Right, what's Chaos Field? Damage taken from attacks increased. So we need to move both of these two out of this Chaos Field. Because otherwise, they're in trouble. Wolverine needs help massively. And we've got nothing we can really play, annoyingly. We have to give it a pierce. 50 plus 59 damage. Has anyone still got block? No. So if no one's got blocked, that kind of move is pointless. So let's give it a piercing slash. But yeah, good morning, Dennis. Good morning, Go. Hope you're both well. I don't know what your message means, Dennis. Come on, we need a decent move here. Punch. It's knockback though. Potentially could knock him into the concealed. We could put someone into the chaos field. We have got Sprang as well for heroism. But no one's targeting Captain America. Yeah, no one's targeting Captain America, so that actually doesn't help us. Okay. I think it's going to be punch, isn't it? With knockback. Annoyingly, we're not taking anyone out. But we need to move outside the chaos field anyway, to be fair. Why is that? I think that's where the chaos field is moving, potentially. It's not going to do... annoyingly, it's not going to do that much damage. Let's move them into them so I think that's the only real thing we can do there. Right, we've moved the chaos field. I need to check how long before Wolverine can act. Is he still dazed? We've got 2 card plays left. End of the turn. Removed after 1 card is played. So we've got 1 more card play and we will have him back in action at the very least. This is getting so difficult to win, I think. We could do Sprang and potentially take this guy out. It's not going to do enough damage there. And I need to leave someone that Wolverine can take out, because then we'll gain the card play back potentially. I think Sprang on this guy is probably our only real choice. Although we do need to focus on Scarlet Witch, don't we? That's the thing. Don't want to be back in the Chaos Field though. Let's do it on this person. Right, Wolverine is now back in play. How about homepage? Oh, is that what you meant? Yeah, I said to him earlier that I haven't checked it in ages. That's the problem. Right, let's take out this guy who's actually targeting Wolverine.
Nice work.
Right, we're all out of the Chaos Field, which is good. Card play refunded. Frenzy now by her. She's summoned, doesn't she? Right, we've got another Hellhound here now. Oh, we just lost Wolverine.
No pressure, right?
We can bring him... Oh, rapid regeneration though. Revive with 50% health for free. Alright, let's do it. Let's revive Wolverine for free. Because it's Wolverine. I'm not too bad, thank you. Not too bad at all.
Right. Gotta do it yourself.
Right, we still got a card play. But we need to get rid of another card to do it. I think the environmental attacks aren't worth it. We've got nothing we can really do environmental wise. Let's get rid of full force. Give us something good. Dig in. Select an arrow. Taunt all enemies targeting them. Gain 133 block. Okay. I would do, but I have got... No one's being targeted. That gate sounds really good, dig in. But I haven't really got anyone. We could do it ourselves, though. I'm thinking of the block we would gain, potentially. No one else is being targeted. That we know of, anyway. So, obviously, I think... we do Wolverine. It doesn't really matter. More thinking we need to survive. And that's 133 block there.
I owe you a Coke.
Okay, that's everything we can do bar moves. So we've got to see if we can push anyone to do any damage here. Captain Marvel. We can put him into the Chaos Field. Which means he'll take more damage, but not this turn. I don't think we can push these two to actually do any damage, annoyingly. We go Wolverine. That does some damage there. I think that's the best bet. I don't think we're going to be able to do anything here. I think we damage her where we can. Yeah, it doesn't do any damage. This mission has definitely not gone to plan so far. We've got to survive it though. We have captured the Hydra, and we knew this would be a tough mission. It did say it was going to be hard. Right, we have still got an item to revive, to heal as well. I wonder if it's worth healing Wolverine at this point with an item. which is the healing salve. I think it is worth it. If he gets KO'd again, I don't know if we can bring him back. That's the question. Right, let's see if we can survive the turn at the very least.
Mother is the only friend I
First mission, and it's difficult. I am considering maybe we should have brought the hunter into this. We didn't take him those highest level. We don't try and use him on general missions. But maybe that was a mistake. Okay. Captain Marvel's confused the game. We need her not to hurt us. Captain America's block worked wonders there. That saved him massively. Scarlet Witch is now in the Chaos Field.
Let's do it.
She now takes more damage. We've got to really focus the damage on her. She's going to take 50% from our attacks on top of normal. Okay, we've got chain swipes. Remember, I don't want to finish in the Chaos Field if we can avoid it. If we can knock someone out, that would be better. If we do chain swipes on her, doesn't give us another target. It does. We can do that person. Okay, let's do that. We are doing damage on Scarlet Witch, but we're also taking out an enemy. And we're not staying in the Chaos Field, which is important. Doesn't do enough damage, unfortunately, but it's not too bad. Okay, she's hexed Wolverine. What's the Confuse going to do? Don't hit Captain America.
How could you do that?
She didn't. She moved. She's going to summon a dog, isn't she? Hellhound, yeah.
Your end is near.
Oh, she actually hit Captain Marvel into the fallen Scarlet Witch and damage to both. Obviously not good doing damage to Captain Marvel, but actually the damage to fallen Scarlet Witch there was pretty good. Right, we have got Eviscerate, but I don't think it's going to help us. Damage and taunt an enemy in the area. Okay, I don't think that's going to help with Scarlet Witch. Just trying to see. That's not bad. It will take an enemy. Can we do all three? We can. Okay, let's do shield bounce with Captain America. That's going to do a decent amount of damage and take an enemy out. Right, please attack Fallen Scarlet Witch. She is. Okay. My concern is obviously Captain Marvel is stood in the Chaos Field and we can't move her until after one more card play. Do we just go and collect the rewards? I'm trying to think what the best thing is. Let's give it a Eviscerate. Let's try a redraw. Dig in. To be fair, that's not bad. Because we can dig in, gain block on Captain America again, and take the targeting away from Wolverine. There's already been knocked down once. I do want to use the key card, but I think we'll just have to hold off. Let's do that.
Happy to help.
We are slowly getting these people down. It's taken a while, but we haven't really had much choice. I think we're doing okay. We should attack him.
But I thought we were friends.
Okay, she just moved. So we have got one move left. Zhao is level 60, Bane of all even for now at level 6. Level 6 needing ascended. Double crown the dude. Okay. At least you're enjoying using him, that's the main thing. Right. We're out of the Chaos Field at the very least. Right, we can't knock him out by pushing. Can't do anything to her. I bet I can't do anything with the Hound either. It may be the middle one is the best one. Wolverine, can you do anything with the Hound? No. I'm guessing we can't push. No. I think the only real damage we can do then is Captain Marvel pushing this guy into this. It's going to do a little bit of damage, and that's about it. We can put him in the Chaos Field, but it's not going to do anything. Right, what do we got? 4 enemies left. 1, 2, 3, 4 enemies left to try and beat and survive. And we've still got to get the bonus from the red key card as well yet. Right, let's see what happens.
The future is already hers.
Okay, dazed now Captain America, but his shield is holding up. He's quite a good tank just to take the damage for us. Oh, here Captain Marvel took damage because Fallen Scarlet Witch hit Captain America into her. She's not down though, and the shield of Captain America is holding up. That's the only reason we're surviving, I think, is because of Captain America's shield at this point.
I'll pretend this never happened.
Right. Captain Marvel is nearly down, which is a concern. But we don't really have a choice. We can't do anything with that. Fist of Radiance won't take someone out, annoyingly. Although we can gain a block if we use Knee Strike. I want to take this person. We've got to focus on Scarlet Witch, but at the same time, the portal is not good either. Because it can stop enemy reinforcements coming in. She's going to do Frenzy. I think this is the right move. Knee Strike will gain some block for Captain Marvel.
At least monsters are
so at least she won't be knocked out just yet.
These Rent-A-Mercs
Frenzy attack though. Who's she targeting? She summoned another Hellhound. That's why I'm trying to get around so she stops flipping bringing Hellhounds in. Right, the shield for Captain Marvel there saved her from being knocked out. Still got 2 attacks left. Piercing slash. No one's got block, so that move doesn't really help us. Doesn't take. We could take her out with that though. That might be the right thing to do here. How long before we got Captain America back? 1 card, okay. It's either that. I think we take out this one over here with piercing slash. Let's do that.
Bad luck for you, bud.
At least that's 1 enemy down, and that'll be the reinforcements will stop now.
Not bad.
You need to crown his attack and ultimate. Oh, okay. Right, we have got shield bounce, which could work really well potentially. It's our last card play though, but it will do damage to 3 of them there. We've still got to survive the end of the turn, but I think that's not a bad move. They've all been taunted with Captain America as well. We need him to survive the attack. Right, we've got 1 push left. Item-wise, we've got really nothing that's going to help us here. Captain Marvel, can she push the dogs into each other? Or the Hounds of Justice? Of the Shadow Hounds, I should say. Okay, she can, but they won't kill each other, annoyingly. I was hoping it would take them out, but I don't think it will. The only other thing we've got, Captain Wolverine can push him into there or there, but not enough to take him out. I think Captain America will be the same. Won't take him out. I think the Shadow Hounds there will be better, because pushing her is not going to gain us anything. Maybe actually. Hang on. Could we push her into Captain Marvel? No. I was hoping we could. Wolverine though. Why am I the wrong person? Go Wolverine. Can we push Scarlet Witch into Captain Marvel? We can. It does a bit of damage. It's not massive, but it's better than nothing. Let's do that.
That won't stop me.
Okay. I'm hoping Captain America can survive this. He's the one that's in trouble by all the attacks. If he survives, we've done well. Let's see what happens. It's a tough old mission, this one. He's only a general. We did say very hard. And it's definitely lived up to that. Right, shield, the block for Captain America's gone. Shadowhound's gained Frenzy. Needs to survive this. He's now confused. That can play into our advantage sometimes. What's she doing? Okay, Chaos Field is now generated. We need to get out of that again, otherwise we take more damage. The Hounds are now targeting.
Sure I can't change
okay, we've still got a chance to. I think we can win this. I really do. It's just going to be a case of doing as much damage as possible as quickly as possible. Now, Cosmic Ray will take out the Hounds. They do a decent amount of damage, so it is worth taking them out, to be fair. Let's do that then. 1 Hound out.
Nice move,
we need to get Fallen Scarlet Witch down. Right, what's the confused? Okay, he just moved, that's fine. We can go binary now with Captain Marvel for free. We will gain block. So that's definitely good to save her at this point, because she's very low health. Doesn't cost us anything. So that will keep her in the fight. Captain America, please attack the enemy. Don't attack Wolverine. He just moved. Perfect. Right, we can go berserk if we wanted to for Wolverine to gain lifesteal. We have got quick swipes, which won't take anyone out, I don't think, no. Fist of Radiance, where are we with that? Can't knock her into anything, annoyingly. I wonder if we go the other, if we move Captain Marvel behind her, then do Fist of Radiance into the Hound, we could take out Fallen Scarlet Witch. That might be the right play. Trying to plan ahead for our movement, potentially. I don't want to push. Although, actually, do I? No. I want to stand behind her to try and change the knockback, potentially. So now, if we do Fists of Radiance... Yes, there we go. We can knock out Fallen Scarlet Witch, which is ideal. Done damage to the Shadow Hound at the same time.
The big one is down.
Does mean there's now only 2 enemies to deal with. Captain America's just running around doing not very much with his confusion. Frenzy didn't matter. Okay. So Fallen Scarlet Witch down, there's 2 enemies now. I think our last turn for this one will be to gain the extra from the here. And then let these 2 attack, and we should take them out next turn, which means we should win by the end of next turn. At least we gain the bonus at the same time. What is the bonus? Credits. Not enough to actually do anything, but better than nothing. Right, let's end the turn, and I think we've finished the mission at the end of this turn.
Focus here.
Okay, she's dazed, that's okay. There we go. I think we've done it. Let's him out. 2 attacks on him. One enemy left.
Too easy.
Okay, he has got a shock shield we need to be aware of. I don't think it's going to matter so much. That's not going to take him out. Although saying that, it will give us 1, which will give us... Here we can't act. How long before she can act? 1 turn. That's okay. Right, Captain Marvel's back in the game. We can now do knee strike, which will end the turn, end the fight. We are finished. Man, that was tricky. We managed it. It was a tough old fight, though. And it was only a general mission. The story mission was locked behind doing a general mission, and the Deadpool mission we couldn't do because he is injured. We won. Only a 1-star rating because we did have a knockdown by Wolverine. But we survived. The villain turned up, which didn't help things. We got a rare intel cache, 26 credits, and a rare gamma coil. That was tricky, but at least we won. That's the important thing. Okay, we now need to look. It's going to be night time now. We know we've got to go and do this Shadow Hound or this Ghost Hound with Wolverine and Blade. That's one thing we have to do. I don't think anyone got injured. I think they all survived as well. We need to go and speak to Wolverine next. I've got a feeling he's miles away because we said we'd meet somewhere. Although saying that, that's Caretaker. He's waiting outside the room for us. Did anyone get injured that mission? I don't think they did. Wolverine, he did get knocked down, so he's got a mild injury. We'll send him to the pit, to the area to heal tomorrow morning because Deadpool will be out. So we need to speak to Wolverine. We know this is going to be going for the Shadow Hound. So let's do that first of all.
You smell it, Hunter?
But yeah, at least we won the mission. Right. It was a tough one. We managed it though.
There's something dangerous creeping around out here.
We just haven't moved the story on because we had to do a general mission.
That is the scent Blade was tracking.
Blade,
and to be fair, the way we've been faring up, the next day's mission will be a Deadpool mission.
Not as good as mine.
So we got Deadpool mission the next day, and then we'll do story mission after that.
Let us get this thing.
But first, we need to do this in the evening.
Attitude. Grab your dog and follow me.
Okay, we're trying to find this hound that's been this ghost hound that disappeared from us previously.
I ain't much of a conversationalist.
Right, we need to follow Charlie.
Fighter.
Let's see where this takes us. We need to keep a lookout for other things around us because there's still lots to do around the grounds of the Abbey that we haven't done yet. So if there's anything we notice that we can use and pick up, we've got 2 more statues to find.
We got time
as well.
When I was
you can see the portal behind Hunter's Folly.
Wave after wave of her children to
there we go. This is the ghost dog or the Shadow Hound I've been trying to find. Keeps disappearing into limbo though.
The portal stayed open this time.
I think we're following it.
Yeah, almost feels too easy. Guess we.
I'm looking at it and thinking, right, we're about to have a fight with ourselves and Wolverine by the looks of things. Blade is also here as well now. Blade just hiding in the corner.
To watch that thing run right by you.
So we're heading in a second. Let's let them finish their conversation.
Wouldn't miss it.
Right, we're heading into Limbo with Blade and Wolverine.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
I'm just going to let the conversation finish, but follow the Barghost into the portal. Let's go in. It's a challenge mission.
Hunter, hold on just a moment.
What is it, Doctor? I doubt that portal is going to stay open forever.
The creature you've been pursuing, I suspect now it may be some kind of Hydra experiment or worse.
I kind of assumed it was a Hydra experiment, to be fair.
I thought we had all accepted its mythical origins.
I'm skeptical that the beast just jumped from the pages of ancient lore. No, there's something else afoot here.
We had planned on putting it down regardless of where it came from.
Actually, if you could bring it in...
I was going to say, I don't know why that bit of story makes no sense.
No promises, Doctor.
We'd already spoke to Dr. Strange. He said he wanted it alive.
Hunting partners are?
But yet we just said we're going to kill it. So Dr. Strange, who we'd already agreed was trying to try and capture it.
But do your best.
So we need to try and bring it back alive. But why would we say we're going to kill it? Because we'd already agreed we wouldn't. Okay, we've got to defeat the Barghurst. Lilith's Revenants have been controlling the Barghurst. Defeat them and Barghurst to end the hunt. Revenants and any soulbound enemies must all be KO'd on the same turn to be truly defeated. Any soulbound enemy's health remain at the end of the turn. All KO'd soulbound enemies will be revived. Oh wow, okay, so that's going to make things difficult. So we need to make sure anyone that's soulbound is KO'd at the end of the turn, or they're going to come back. This is going to be tricky.
Hydra.
Annoyingly, Wolverine is injured for this, so he's gained weak at the start of the turn.
You're telling me all that mythical creature
So
hype
that's
came down
now
to
made
this?
him a bit more susceptible for attacks, 50% extra in fact.
For sure.
Okay, so which one's a soulbound? That one there is soulbound. And they're also vulnerable, which is a bonus. They're soulbound. No. 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 So to knock these two out, they both have to be out at the end of the KO'd at the end of the turn. The same turn. Otherwise, they will come back. That's what we need to remember and make sure we focus on. Okay, if this drops, that will do... Oh, actually, if that drops, that will KO them straight away. That one there. So that's not too bad to actually do. We need 2 for that to happen. Right, we've got Merciless. Although no one's stunned, annoyingly. Quick Strike. If it takes someone out, we'll gain the card play back. Just trying to see the best attack. Obviously, the Hounds will be a good one to take out. We gain the attack back anyway. So let's do that.
Come get it.
And we gain heroism from it.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
Okay. Got to remember, we need... Yeah. We can't use Wolverine this turn, annoyingly. But we need 2 to take her out, but there's no point taking her out if we can't take this one out. Merciless will not take her out, annoyingly. What about Whip? Okay, Whip won't take her out, but I wonder if we put that there. We need 2 heroism at the end of the turn. I wonder if we could do that to that and then knock that down if we get the 2 heroism and take both out in one. That would be our best move.
No mercy for the serpents.
We just need a move to gain this heroism.
Need to restore our strength.
I don't know if they're gonna... Is she under that... She's not in the... she's not in the view of it. So we still need to take her out. What items have we got? Healing and... Okay. Doesn't help us. We need to redraw. We haven't got any moves we can really use at this point. And we need 2 heroism. We've got 2 card plays left. Okay, make them bleed. We can apply bleed at the end of the turn. It gives us the 2 heroism as well. We need his next move to take this one out, though, to actually make use of this. The Hunter's been targeted by the Hounds. He's going to take damage, but he does start with block. Which isn't too bad. So let's do make him bleed.
make things interesting.
Okay, strike plus. Can chain it 3 times. We need this one to be out, which we can do 3 attacks on. And they're out.
Watch me.
And then we can now do the soulbound. The other one can go out as well now. I know they're soulbound. So let's now drop this down, take the other one out, and that's both of them defeated.
Who's next?
And that should work. There we go. So the 2 soulbound enemies are now defeated. We can still move and push, to be fair. Oh, that explodes and knocks both out. Let's do that. I know it means we've got no heroism, but that works perfectly. It's 2 hounds out. Still got push as well. It's annoying because we couldn't use Wolverine and yet we had some of his moves in play. Okay. Blade could push her into that and do a bit of damage, but that's about it. Push her into that, does a little bit of damage. No damage there, so that's kind of pointless. I don't think anyone's going to be able to do any major... the only one actually could be the Hunter. Can we push her? Trying to get the right bit sharp sometimes can be tricky. So we can do more damage because the Hunter will pull her into Blade. That might be the right thing to do there. There we go. Double damage. Right, that's our turn done. Wolverine will be back to fight the next turn. There's 4 enemies remaining. Let's see if the Hunter needs to survive the turn. He's the one being damaged. Okay, we've been cursed. We've lost our block now as well. The Hunter's in trouble. Oh, and 76 damage. She's now going to call a portal, so we need to take her out as quickly as possible, or more Shadow Hounds will come out. The reason we took so much damage from one of the Shadow Hounds is because it's the bar curse.
Bring what you got.
This one here is the bar curse, isn't it?
I realize, of course, the 3 of you aren't known for your restraint, but try to bring the creature back in one piece. I still need to study it when you're done.
Might not be up to us.
So the Hunter is cursed now. If we use a Hunter card, discard a random card, removed after 2 Hunter cards are played. Wolverine is now back in the fight though. The only move we've got is actually to heal the Hunter. Although we really do need to do that. We do gain block as well. And we'll draw 2 cards. It kind of seems a bit of a waste of a card play, but I think it's the right thing to do. Have we still not got Wolverine back in play? Still says mild injury, doesn't it? Unplayable. So Wolverine is kind of pointless in this fight because of his injury. That's a bit frustrating. I thought he'd be back by now, but obviously he's injured. So I don't think he can play a single card. Which is a bit frustrating. It means we're basically a hero down for the fight.
Let us see if they have an answer for this.
I know Wolverine can now fight. Who's got... I don't understand. Unit is injured. Make him bleed. Wolverine can now attack then, so who's the mild injury for? I don't understand who they're for. We might as well redraw them both. Because I don't quite understand why they're there. Okay. We've redrawn them both anyway. Now, we've got to see what we can do. Obviously, we need to take her out to stop the portal being summoning more enemies. Eviscerate. It's going to do some damage, but not a massive amount. Can we take her out in 4? No. Trying to see who we could take out. 1, 2, 3. I think we can take her out in 4. We'll gain counter as well then. Obviously the bar curse is probably one we should be focusing on, but these guys do a lot of damage as well. Wolverine has gained counter, so that will help. They're vulnerable, so we do need to attack them where possible. We haven't got forceful knockback here with the Hunter, although saying that, doesn't he got an effect? He's cursed. We are going to get rid of a card, but I think we'll be okay. This is our last card play as well. Although saying that, it's going to do a bit of damage on the bar curse, but not a massive amount. We could knock out the other hound. What about her? Massive damage, but it's not going to knock her out either. 240 health. Barkhurst has got 600 health. Okay, it might be worth doing the bar. I didn't realise the Barkhurst has so much health there. Although saying that, I think we'll hold off. I think we do need to take down the portal as quickly as we can. What does the most damage here? That seems to do the most damage.
Your time has come.
We have still got push. If we can get her down, the portal disappears. Unity collar now activated.
As a child, I feared the servants of Lilith. Now I teach them to fear me.
I don't know what we do when we got the Unity collar. Oh, Unity collar's there. There we go. Gain 1 fast. Reduce the cost of heroic cards by 1. It's free. There's no point doing it this turn. We'll hold off this turn by looks of things. Right, can we potentially push her into any more to knock her out? It won't knock her out, annoyingly. That's frustrating. I was hoping we could knock her out. Wolverine, can he do a different direction potentially? It's not going to take her out. Taking her out was the aim, because that way we'd gain. But we're not going to be able to. I think go back to the hunter. We have to do whatever move does the most damage here to nearly knock her out, and then we'll take her out next turn. And then no reinforcements come through the portal. We've got to survive the Barkhurst attack next, though. That's the only problem. Barkhurst is focusing on Wolverine. We should survive it. We should be okay. Let's see what happens, though. She's called in a reinforcement. This is why we're trying to take her out and stop that portal. It's only 1 Shadow Hound, though.
There is.
She also gets 2 attacks. 98 damage to Blade there. That's a big damage. We took out the Soulless pretty quickly. We did gain counter with Wolverine, so that's not too bad. Okay, we took out 1 of the hounds.
I wasn't even trying that hard.
Okay. We've got to take out the portal now.
Hydra seems quite intent on protecting the Barghest. I would think that's a good indicator of its potential value to us.
Or maybe Hydra just doesn't
We could
like
actually we can apply 2 bleed to the Barkhurst here. I want to take out her obviously, but we can apply bleed to the Barkhurst. That's big.
Dogs are harmed by your theories.
I think that's a decent one to do. We've still got the hero combo once we've gained enough heroism as well. Let's do this because it applies 2 bleed. Damage isn't major, but it's the bleed that will help. Now, so for the next 2 turns, it takes 43 damage at the end of their turn, which is what we wanted. Still 498 damage still to do. Okay, we need to take out her. Chain swipes is probably a good move here. We have got rapid healing. Wolverine. They're targeting the hunter, the hound, so that's not too bad. Let's take her out with chain swipes. That will give us another heroism as well. We could then play Unity Collar, as it's free, and do hero combo on the Barkhurst as well. So on her, to that. I can't quite get across to this hound, so the rest of the damage be on the Barkhurst. It's only 38. It doesn't take damage that easily. Right, Wolverine's going to take 2 hits at the end of the turn. This guy is going to do it as well. I want to do hero combo. We can use where's the mild injury come from? We could use the Unity Collar to bring down the hero combo cost on the Barkhurst. Hopefully do big damage. We can still push this guy, which is what I'm thinking. If we can push this guy, I won't knock him out. I was hoping we could knock him out while pushing him, but we can't. Okay, might as well hold off then. Let's do Unity Collar. As it's a free play, and now we've got hero combo. It's going to do big damage on the Barkhurst. This is Blade and the Hunter's heroic combo together.
Stop us.
210 damage. We needed that. Okay, both hounds are still targeting Wolverine. We may as well, because of the mild injury, I'm assuming the mild injury is the reason we can't make all the moves with Wolverine. I think that's what it is. we may as well redraw that. There we go. So that's next turn. The only thing we can do is push. We could push the Barkhurst potentially into Wolverine here and do some damage. I don't think it matters which one we push him into, to be fair. There's a little bit of damage. How we're looking health-wise. Barkhurst now has 190 health. We've got to survive the attack. Wolverine's going to take a bit of damage here. Let's see what happens. 49. And 76. He is now injured. He was already injured anyway before the fight. The bleed has helped though.
Still with me?
Yeah, so unfortunately, Wolverine is injured again. It does mean the we'll have to heal him next time we leave. Barkhurst 147 left.
Taken many innocent lives over the centuries.
You ever hear the saying, there are no bad dogs, just bad owners?
Of all people, I thought you would understand the nature of the beast, Logan.
I'm hoping we can take them both out this turn. We could apply bleed with the hunger. Apply 2 mark to every enemy of bleed, so that'll be marked as well. That might be a good one to do. It's a move up. We have got rapid healing for Wolverine, but he's not being targeted, so actually the damage to him won't happen this turn. So I think a hunger.
I'm on it.
So he's now marked. We've got to try and focus on the Barkhurst. 147, 105. We have got quick slash, but it's not going to knock him out. What about this hound? We can't knock this hound now either. Which means we need to do damage first, because we can gain the card play back if we take him out. Let's do last sight, then we can do quick slash, which will give us the card play back, and we still means we've got another attack this turn. Although now we've moved position, I don't know if
I think you got it.
quick slash will make a move now, or will help us massively. Quick slash. Can't knock him into anything to do the damage, annoyingly. Although I could move the hunter back to over here. Which means we lose the ability to push this turn. But if we gain the card play back, that's more benefit for us. So let's do that onto there. That should be card play returned.
You were too weak for this fight.
There we go, because it was a quick move, card play returned. We've got 1 attack left. The only thing we've really got is piercing slash. It won't knock it out. I do wonder. I kind of want to keep bleed, to keep stake. I was thinking of redraw. He's going to lose 43 health at the end of the turn. I think we're going to use a heroism. Let's do rapid healing. See what happens. Okay, guarding strike. Does a lot. It does a decent amount of damage, but doesn't tell us how much in numbered form. So we don't know if we're going to take it out. But that does more damage than piercing slash. So I think that's the best one to do. Let's try that. Doesn't mean we're not gaining guard for the hunter. Right. 54 left. He's going to take 43 damage for bleeding at the end of the turn. He is going to attack Blade, but Blade has got a good amount of health. So we're okay there. We can still do piercing slash. I didn't realise we had another move still. We can win. We've won the fight. I didn't realise we still had piercing slash to go. We had another card play. We have defeated the Barkhurst. Wolverine has been injured for a second time, admittedly. But the Barkhurst is down. 2 stars. That's not too bad. We gained 75 gloss, but that is all. But we defeated the Barkhurst. Did we capture it for Strange, though? That's the question. It didn't give us the option to capture. I'm hoping we did. Gained friendship with Wolverine and Blade. And we have captured it.
Your magic may be powerful, Doctor, but I am still impressed you managed to contain the Barghest.
No less impressive than your efforts to capture it, Hunter.
I think we did well.
I believe in its weakened state, the creature will remain bound here.
And what do you plan on doing with it now?
The first step will be carefully transporting the beast down to the forge. A delicate operation I plan to handle personally. Why don't you come by tomorrow before I begin the actual research? I'll know more then.
Okay, those strange things talk to us again. We gained some friendship, which is a big thing.
I hate to admit it, but I may need Tony's assistance for this.
Okay, it did pop up there. He wants to talk to us, but now it's changed again. Let's have a double check. No, he doesn't want to talk to us now. That's fine. Nico wants to talk to us, I think, in the house. And then I think that's it for the evening stuff. Does he definitely... I don't know if it's once the conversation finishes, he may talk to us, but I want to hold off moving just in case. No, he doesn't seem like he does. Okay. I didn't want to have to run all the way out here again if we could avoid it. So I think we're okay. So head back to the Abbey. We need to spend some time running around the grounds and looking around, but I'm kind of waiting for the minute. Right, who needs to speak to us here? Nico, by the looks of it. And then we should be able to finish the day. So what does Nico need?
Tattle much, Hunter?
Oh, it's because we told the caretaker what the plan was to get Wanda back. Why can't I talk to her? Sometimes it does this and you actually can't talk to the person you need to speak to. It's not going to allow us to talk to her.
What is wrong, Nico?
Oh no, there we go.
What's wrong? Are you freaking serious?
We told the hunter what we was going to do.
Hunter? You went to caretaker and tattled about my spell.
Beaver fans seem crazy. What makes you say that, Dennis?
You almost blew the whole plan.
We told the truth because we wanted to be honest. Nico's obviously unhappy we told the truth. But it's one of those. There's still a risk to trying to get Wanda back. And we kind of needed to let the caretaker know, look, this is happening.
I am just tired of all the lies, Nico.
We've got to be one whole team. There needs to be no lying to each other.
When confronted me about her suspicions, I just wanted to be honest.
You wanted to be honest with her.
We lost a friendship with Nico.
What about me? Way to go and throw a friend under the bus just so you can get back into caretaker's good graces.
Oh, Nico.
Oh, you're gonna make it up to me, though, by pulling the spell off. Get some beauty rest.
She's not happy.
If you're gonna save Wanda tomorrow, I need you at the top of your game.
Good night, Nico.
Yeah, that didn't really go to plan, but we didn't. I was trying to be as honest as possible with the caretaker, just in case something went wrong. We can't do a hangout by looks of things, so I think we are done for the day. I think we can now head to bed, get some rest, and wake up ready for the next day. Let's double check the map. Yep, we're ready to go. So let's go to bed, and then we've got the next day to see what happens. Will we see Lilith in our dreams again? That's the question. We don't always see her every night. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. This time not. Deadpool is back. His injury is healed. He has gained a combat bonus as well. We'll have a quick look at what that is. We need to put Wolverine in there. We need to go to the Forge as well. We've got a cache to decrypt. Magic has got a superlink message with us. So we'll have to have a look at that. So, Deadpool's bonus from being healed. All heroic cards in the starting hand cost 0 heroism. Wow. Okay. The next mission we plan to do, we did a general mission last time. We plan to do a Deadpool mission next. And a story mission after that. We've also got the threat room we can do. What's the private superlink mission with Magic? How close is he to leveling up? Okay, so the superlink message will be a level up. That's what that will be. So we can level her up now.
I want to share something with you. Something I have never shared with another.
Magic,
When I was at Professor Xavier's school, I would listen to this album in my room all the time. Sometimes for many days straight.
After your time in limbo, music must have been a revelation.
It was a lifeline, but it made me no friends. I prefer to listen in solitude, as I always have.
You are not alone now.
Good, you noticed. The others would not understand. But I know you will, as we both have so much in common.
We're going to be dark here. Actually, we do have a few things in common. It sounds like you miss Limbo. We do have a few things in common.
I suppose we are kindred spirits in a way.
Of course.
Friendship gained and dark balance gained.
Darkness who escaped our destinies and decided to forge new ones. We are both reformed, trying to be good guys now, even if we do not always succeed. It's nice to have someone to relate with.
It is it not?
Okay, enough talking. Let's listen to the album now. The second hour is when it really gets good.
There we go, friendship level up to level 2. We're a bit close to getting our friendship level for the team up as well. And she's now got a new common passive ability, 10% chance to generate a limbo portal card after enemy is knocked back through a portal. Okay, we know we need to head to the forge. I think that's the main thing. We have got Blade wanting to talk to us. He wants help. Let's have a little look what he needs.
Hey, can I ask a favor?
Okay, every hero has a pariah in their rogues gallery, but Spider-Man has dozens. Check out this list. Which one is the goofiest gimmick? Stiltman, that can't be real. We get 10 hunter power. So his kangaroo, he just hops. Hunter strength. Increases knockback distance, increases the size of area abilities. Knockback distance is probably the better one. So we'll go for that.
Thanks, Hunter.
Is there really a kangaroo enemy for Spider-Man? I've not heard of Kangaroo Man before. Right, head to the forge. Obviously, we got the bar curse.
I must admit, I wasn't entirely confident that the bar guest would be taken alive, but if anyone could do it.
And now you will do something terrible to the beast?
Not necessarily. The barrier protecting Dr. Banner's facility functions on a simple premise. Only demons can pass through it. So, all we need is a way to disguise the hunter as a demon.
I told you before, I am not turning that dog into a cape.
And I told you it is not a dog. Besides, I don't think a cape will be enough.
You wouldn't dare.
My hope is that we can synthesize a facsimile of the bar guest's skin to fool the barrier without harvesting the creature
Magic doesn't
itself.
want them to
skin
the bar guest.
If you want to reach the Gamma Accelerator, this is our best and only hope.
More importantly, Doctor, is reaching Wanda. I don't like it, but if the creature must be sacrificed for her...
Alright, Magic's coming around.
This much demonic energy concentrated on you, Hunter, is not an insignificant risk. I just hope your collar can withstand...
Let me worry about that, Doctor, after you have proven out your plan.
Okay, so they've got to find a way of synthesizing the dynamic skin so we can get through the barrier. We need to talk to Magic next. Although, can we... We can't do upgrades yet until we spoke to Magic.
I was taking a blood sample.
Okay, let's speak to Magic then.
Have you come to vent about Strange's plan? I did my best not to be rude. To his face, at least.
You do not believe it will work?
No, I don't. But I do know that Wanda is on the other side of that barrier. And the Doctor may be our only hope of reaching her.
He cares about Wanda too. Do not forget that. Stark may be after this Gamma Accelerator, but the Doctor is clearly focused on Wanda.
That's why I did not rip apart his idea from the beginning. I know we both want the same thing.
It does kind of sound like we will end up having Wanda on the team at some point in the future.
Actually wear the dog
Still not sure about the Hulk though.
True, you are the guinea pig once again. Thank you for the talk, Hunter. I feel slightly better about our chances.
Okay, we can start the research. So we have already got other research on the way, so that's done now. So nanotech, we've gained the combat item. We can now craft more. We gain 2 heroism for free. That's not bad. Okay, that's the one we need to do. It's the level 6. We have unlocked it.
I want an alpaca.
So that's what we need to do. Let's start the research. Whilst we're here, we've got a gamma coil we can analyse. This would be abilities for Captain Marvel, Wolverine, or Captain America. It's another one of his comments that I think he sent out because he let his mum and dad. I wouldn't say he let his mum and dad control his life, Dennis. If you actually look into it, he was very young when he started being a singer. So because of his age, his mum and dad had to be in charge of his life. It wasn't a conscious decision when he was younger, it was what had to happen. So I wouldn't say he's a sellout at all. New Wolverine ability, Power Slash. That looks quite good, something we're going to consider. Cosmic Ray, we've already got one, that could be an upgrade for Cosmic Ray if we choose to keep it. Quick Punch with a mod, which is Taunt, Quick, and on redraw, we cover 24 health. That's not bad as a modded card for Captain America. And knee strike, that will be an upgrade to our knee strikes.
How long did
I'm
you say you were
liking Power
exposed to this
Slash
thing?
and Quick Punch with the redraw of health. That's not too bad either. I think that's a good one. We can also probably upgrade Quick Punch because of that. So I think we'll take those two. Cosmic Ray, we've already got one. I think the newer ones are better. So that's that done.
Find more coil. Send it my way.
Does Doctor Strange...
Normally I would
I thought he needed to speak to us, but he doesn't. Right, that is that done. Let's have a quick look at Dex before we go to the training area. So we can see what upgrades we can do. So, Quick Punch with the mod. It's okay, so that's different. Quick Punch we've currently got. We don't draw a card because of the mod. Instead, on redraw, recover health. And we can't, I don't know if we can put a plus onto it. Or we could take, I don't want to take the other one out because of knockback. I think that kind of works. We may be able to take out the other tactician, to be fair. Because it doesn't, one tactician is fine, I don't think we need both. And then we put the Quick Punch plus back in. Let's do that for the minute. I think one tactician is enough. I know his block has been saved us massively in the last fight. But I don't think we need two of them. Maybe a mistake, we shall see. And we've also got Wolverine, let's have a look at him. So we just gained Power Slash. Does 29 damage, so it's better than Chain Swipes, apart from the fact it doesn't chain, but it does add Vulnerable. But we'll also be able to upgrade one of the Chain Swipes because of it. Let's take one out then, put in Power Slash. The other Berserk we can't really put in at the minute. I think that's good. And you're going to why the defending do to hit a woman. Who's defending him though? The fans of his. You're always going to get people defend someone that they see as an idol. It's sometimes easier just to stay out of that kind of conversation, to be fair. There's some heroism there. Not heroism, essence. Captain Marvel will purchase that from the gift shop. Music box. We've got so many gifts now, we need to start giving them out, I think. Right, there's no essence on the floor. Right, we've got combat therapy. Deadpool is back, so we need to put in Wolverine. He'll also gain a combat bonus once he's healed. Yard upgrades we can't afford. Upgrade abilities, let's have a look. I don't know if we've got enough essence. Yes, we can upgrade Quick Punch, the modded one.
Wants my advice,
we can upgrade it so we do draw a card. So that was what we was losing by putting it in play, but actually we'll gain that. So let's do that.
Hydra won't want to tussle with me now.
And training level has now increased to level 13. What can we do? Wolverine's upgrade. Chain swipes can now be full combo apply 1 week. Oh, nice. We'll do that one. It's an upgrade.
Let's see him try to handle me now.
Doctor Strange, we're still short of skill essence for that one, and the Hunter, we've got loads of abilities that we need different things for. Okay. Sparring, who do we want to give a combat bonus to? Someone's going to gain 10 resilience and increase the level to 13. So anyone that's level 10 will be the ideal person here. So I'm thinking Doctor Strange or Nico. I don't know I don't know who we need. Well, we're doing the Deadpool mission next, actually, so it doesn't really matter for the Deadpool mission. But they increase to level 13. Let's do Spider-Man.
Yep, you know what they say about practice, right?
So that is done. Now we've got a choice to make, and I'm in two minds. So we can do the threat room, which will increase anyone's level upwards if we decide to do it. But my only concern is, so they'll get them to level 13 essentially, but it takes a while. And who have we got that isn't level 13 currently? So Blade is level 10. So Blade would be ideal, to be fair. He's one of our better characters. We've got a couple of level 10s actually. I was holding off because it takes quite a while to do this mission. I was kind of thinking we don't do it, but actually it might be worth doing. I think it is worth doing, just because the level increases. I think we need to do at least once a day then with someone who's a low level. So let's put Blade in, and that will help him level up. Because we've got a few level 10s now on the team, and obviously I'd rather get a few more upgraded if we can. We've got healing if he needs it. We will have through nanotech weave. We don't lose those in this. We did the mission previously with Captain Marvel and got to level 10 from 10 to 13 fairly quickly. Right. It just depends on the amount of enemies, and there are quite a few. And you can only use one character, so this can be difficult. Make them bleed, I think, is probably the best thing we can do straight away. Every enemy gains us we take out will give us a redraw, so strike, we can chain. Who can we take out with this? We can take one out there, so we gain the card play back. Just trying to see if we can take anyone else out. No. We can do damage though. This is where his moves are going to be pretty good. It's the fact we can chain. And they've applied bleed as well. And the card plays refunded because we did take someone out. Justin wants to explain his side of things. He can comment back and we can talk. You're not going to get any answers, but to be fair, Dennis, that's the thing. Right, quick strike. We need to be able to take someone out really to utilise this, which we could there. That gives them card play back.
It's weirdos like these
Trying to get the card plays back as much as possible. We could explode that and do quite a bit of damage there. Let's do that with one heroism.
Time to bleed.
I'm assuming these will be around the same level as we are every time we enter this, so it's not going to get easier the more we do, I don't think. Right, Dane Walker does chain, so that's one out there, gives us card play back. I'm just trying to make sure we get a card play back all the time. Let's do it to that one.
Push me too far.
There we go, and we should get the card play refunded, which we did. 2 bleed applied as well. So they're going to lose 43 health at the end of the turn. Right, we've got Relentless. We could take them out. Just trying to see who else we could damage and take out this turn. They can be taken out. They can't be. I know the ones in black can be taken out in one hit. It's the bigger ones we need to worry about. That one can be taken out though. Let's take them out, because we will get the card play back. We're going to try and take all the enemies out in one turn if we can, because that way we're not likely to take too much damage at the end of the turn. Okay, we have still got Making Bleed. Quick Strike. We'll knock them out and give us the card play back.
Who's next?
Another one down. This is what takes the time though, is trying to get all the enemies down, getting the most XP possible to upgrade. We've got to make sure we utilise this if we're going to do it. Right, we can chain 3 here. 1, 2, 3. We'll gain card play back because we've KO'd one as well. And we've leveled up to level 11. The idea is we need to get him to level 13 by the end of this threat room, otherwise it wasn't worth doing. To every enemy with bleed. That's actually a free move. How many enemies have bleed? 1. No. 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 2. I don't think the Hungary does too much. It doesn't make. It just applies marked. It is a free move. So I think we might as well do it. You don't gain much from it. Not at this point. Normally you would gain a card play back when they're knocked out, but we gained that anyway. Right, we can knock that one out now.
Here it comes.
That's another card play back. Okay, well we're looking. That's not going to damage anyone. That will damage them but not take them out of play. We've got Stake as well, that will do a lot of damage. Relentless. Just trying to see if we can knock anyone out with Relentless. Ignoring these ones because they're out in one hit anyway. Could knock that one out. That would actually be a decent one. Do that then. Card play refunded again. But yeah, he's not gonna explain anything to anyone, is he? So you know, it's one of those. Right, Daywalker can chain. Can't chain there though because there's no one nearby. Oh, that's the wrong way of doing it. Okay. Got to try and chain it so we do maximum damage here. So if we chain from that one to that one, to that one, to that one. Oh no, let's do double on that one.
You've made a mistake.
There we go. Okay. We're still going. Still the first turn. This is what takes time with this. Is making sure we finish the turn, and yes, this takes time, but at the same time, it's the best way of leveling up characters so they're better and stronger in battle, which we need if we're going to survive some of these tougher fights we're coming into. Okay, Quick Strike won't take him out, neither will that, but we'll take this one out.
Get some.
And this, I think, the first round of this is the hardest because you've got to take so many out. Once you've taken that amount out, though, actually, it's not too bad. Right, we can take them out with that. We can take them out. They've got the most health. So let's take them out.
Let's do this.
And then we should be able to take the last one out as well now. Trying to save as much heroism as possible to make our life easier. So, if we do make them bleed, it applies to the next. That's worth doing. I know we've still got one card play left. I think we should knock him out this turn. So let's do that. Still got one card play.
I'll put this to use.
And now we've added lifesteal and bleed. Stake will knock him out. Can any smaller moves knock him out, I wonder? No. Okay. Relentless. Relentless will knock him out as well. We gain another heroism. Let's do that. So that's the end of our turn. But we'll still have bleed applied next turn as well. There's no other enemies to take out. Make and bleed is already in place. So there's no point adding that yet. Or is it? I wonder if it is worth doing it now. See if how much difference that makes. We've leveled up as well to level 12. So now the next 5 damage cards from Blade apply 2 bleed. So yeah, that has made a difference. That one doesn't do anything. So that's our turn done. Enemy reinforcements come in. We start the second round. We're going to do 3 rounds in total. That's kind of going to help us there. Have they just walked into it? They have. We can make this explode now. We've got maximum heroism of 10 as well. We can make this explode and do massive damage to all of them and take a couple out. Well, we might as well do it straight away. Because that makes no sense. That's helped us massively there.
Here it comes.
Especially when I can chain attacks as well with Blade. I think the issue is going to be this kind of fight in the prep room with Nico, Magic. I think we might struggle a bit with those because their moves aren't as damaging. So I think that could be an issue as we go forward. Right, we've got this. We can get card play refunded for everyone we knock out here. So in some ways, I don't want to knock out more than one unless it's a big level one. I just want to do damage. So that's that. We should get card play refunded for 1 KO there. And decent damage and bleed applied as well.
Sounds to me like they just missed their mama.
Okay, so bleed. They're going to lose 52 at the end of the turns, which means that's knocked out anyway. Although if we can take them out this turn, we will. We have got Daywalker, which chains 4. That one, we can get a card play refunded by taking that one out. We can actually do 2 attacks on that one, and that's out. 1 attack there. Let's do that. That's 2 knocked out. Yeah, I think the first round is the hardest and the more time consuming, just because you've got so many enemies to take down. Okay, we have got Daywalker. We won't get card play back. We've got enough moves now, though, not to worry too much. Decent amount of damage to all, though. That Daywalker move is really good, damage-wise.
And I thought Man-Thing was ugly.
Okay, we've got Relentless. That will give us a card play back. We can attack any of them. Who's got the most health? 39, 39, 78. That one's down. To be fair, the amount of bleed they've got, it doesn't really matter what damage we do because they're all knocked out at the end of the turn anyway. But we gain more XP by knocking them out ourselves. That's the big thing. If we didn't knock them out ourselves, we wouldn't gain as much XP. If we want to get him to, level 13 like everyone else, we need to be doing it.
In hell.
Relentless again. And that'll be the end of the turn. We'll add the bleed and stuff back in. We've got one more turn to defeat. How is his level looking? So he's now nearly level 13, which is the whole point of doing this. If we do the hunger, no, the hunger's not the right one. Make him bleed. If we get a second make him bleed, we'll do that now as well. No, okay. So everything else now will wait until the next turn. See the enemy come in. I'm hoping they go near one of the explosive barrels again. That would help us. They are standing right near the explosives.
Doesn't look like much to me.
That's mad. Okay, so we can actually do a lot of damage here. We've got 5 heroism, plenty of heroism left here.
I'm on it.
So that's a load of damage there. As I say, we just need to defeat them all. Do a lot more damage there as well.
Playtime's over.
And any chain attacks now should do a decent amount of damage, I would say. So, what have we got? Strike is chain 3 times, quick strike. Daywalker. So that won't knock them out. We'll take them out, we'll take them out, and we'll take them out. We'll gain the card play back as well. That is 3 knocked out in one go.
It's weirdos like these that give people like us a bad reputation.
And it's the fact they go near the explosions, it just makes life so easy. Quick strike, we'll take them out. We'll take out the last 3, it's over. Thanks for the like, it was much appreciated. To get actually decent streaks, this mode is the best. And for leveling up, we've already leveled nearly 13 with Blaze. We've got 3 levels just by doing this. There we go, we can chain all 3, it's going to leave us 1 enemy left. As I say, I do think we're going to have an issue doing this with Nico and Magic. I think their moves aren't suited that well to this kind of fight, mainly because of the chaining. I think we'd struggle. Whereas people like Blade, Deadpool will probably do quite well to level up here. So I think leveling up Nico this way or Magic may be a mistake, so we may not do this with them. Blade though has gone from level 10 to level 13 by doing the threat room, so that's a massive bonus in terms of his level. 3-star as well. We don't gain rewards bar his leveling and friendship, but it has made a big difference that way. So yeah, I think Nico won't be able to do that with Magic, maybe, but I think it's still a risk, and I don't really want to risk losing because of the time it takes to do the threat room. You don't want to lose out whilst doing it. Right, what do we need to do? No one needs to talk to us. We need to go to do the intel. So we've got intel there we can do. We can now analyze.
Tell me you found something good.
Let's see what we get from this. And then it's mission time. Deadpool mission is the plan next. Trying to do a general mission, Deadpool mission, story mission in that order. Just to give us more, to keep everything flowing. We're already 2.5 hours into the streaming, madly. 2 missions there, 2 rare missions as well. Can't afford any upgrades, annoyingly. But we can do the hero ops.
Who are we sending on an op?
Okay, so anyone that's level 13 can do these. The one that expires is probably the one we need to focus on. It's a modded ability, rare for someone. They've got to be level 13. Deadpool mission we're doing next, so we'll take Deadpool into the fight. We can't do Wolverine as he's injured anyway, and he's assigned to be healed. Who do we want with a modded ability that we're not going to use in the next fight? That's the question. You know what? Let's put Spider-Man in. See what he comes back with. We could do the second one as well. Let's do the second one. Let's take Captain Marvel for modded ability and see what she comes back with.
Thanks, Hunter.
Now it's mission time. I don't think there's anything else. What is that? I don't know what that's telling me. It doesn't actually come up as anything. Oh, it is actually to there. I've done it. I don't know why it's still showing up. Right, the select our mission, shall we? As I say, oh, so we can't do the story mission anyway because it requires the research we're currently doing. We could do these, defeat vampires there with Doctor Strange. Spider-Man, we can't do that one, but we want to do Deadpool mission anyway, which is DLC mission. We're kind of doing it a little bit out of sync because normally you do DLC missions once you finish the main story, but we can't do main story mission anyway. It gives us something else we can do, and his story kind of fits in quite nicely with the main story as well, because the vampire side of stuff. We'll gain a blueprint, we'll gain a gamma core from this, and we've got to use the Hunter, we've got to use Deadpool. We've got to pick someone else to come with us. Let's see what happens first, though.
These vampires are getting out of control, and it's all Deadpool's fault.
It's always nice to have the comedy from Deadpool, to be fair. We still need to get his van. The chimichangos in the Abbey. We just need more coins.
Thou saveth my behind from foul beasts.
I'm assuming that's meant to be me and the caretaker there and Blade.
Aw, shucks. Really tickles the cockles of my heart.
We won't judge you. I don't even care that you're...
Working for Dr. Doom?
On my honor, in accordance with the mercenary code,
He's working for Dr. Doom.
Nor deny the identity of my client.
You. Honor.
At least tell us what this unidentified physician client hired you to find.
On my honor, in keeping with... No, wait, I can answer that one. A little something called the Magna
Carrigo.
That's it.
You mean the vampire Holy Grail?
Is it really that bad?
The ancient relic my blood-sucking cousins believe will cure them of every weakness? Sunlight, silver...
Yeah, that's not good.
Finding it wouldn't be melodramatic. It would be cataclysmic.
Unless you happen to be a vampire.
And? Have you found it?
This close. Tracked it to some backwards country full of mud, goats, and potatoes. T.H.R.E.A.T. Like that's a thing.
T.H.R.E.A.T. Why does it always have to be...
It's always in T.H.R.E.A.T, isn't it?
Mud? Goats?
The Abbey is from T.H.R.E.A.T.
So is one of the Midnight Suns.
Love T.H.R.E.A.T. Love it. What's better than mud wrestling? Except goat wrestling, huh? And a huge fan of tater tots here.
Stop talking. We have a relic to hunt.
I think we might take Blade with us, mainly because he kind of fits the mission.
If he has one behind all that...
Although Blade and Deadpool aren't getting on very well. But it kind of fits. We're hunting vampires. It kind of fits taking Blade. More than anyone else. So I think we will. We'll take Blade. Okay, we have got the healing salve. We've got the nanotech. We probably could have made some more of some of the healing salve, maybe. But I think we're right. We're ready to go. Let's head out. I don't quite understand that sometimes. There is a graphical issue sometimes where what they're wearing doesn't quite work when you start heading out on a mission. There's not much we can do there. Before we go, let me just check. Okay, it's customization. I'm not worried about that. Okay, let's head out. Let's do the Deadpool mission. It does mean so far today, in the last 2.5 hours of stream, we've got another hour and just over an hour to go. We've yet to do a story mission. And that's the other thing, there's so much to do. They kind of stopped you, and we can't actually do a story mission at the minute because it's locked till we do the research. But yeah, we haven't advanced the story anything today, which is kind of annoying considering a week tomorrow we've got Hogwarts Legacy to start. But it is what it is. I don't know how close we are to the end anyway. We could be quite close, it just doesn't feel like it. We need to get Wanda back, that's the big one. I want to see the Hulk in action as well. That's the other thing I want to see.
An old abandoned castle.
Okay.
If that doesn't scream
this is going to be interesting, I'm sure.
I don't know what does.
First rule of relic hunting. An old abandoned castle.
First rule of relic hunting, be quiet.
Abandoned.
Alright, this is going to be a 5.5, I think. Hydra vampires. This is why I took Blade. Blade is the vampire hunter.
Joined Hydra, or was it the other way around? Ooh, which reminds me. Dear Hydra Bob, are you a vampire? Love Deadpool.
He's got unicorns on his phone.
No time to dilly-dally.
Proceed with caution, but Deadpool's just going to run in.
Guess what, everybody?
Deadpool being hit by a truck. Well, the fight begins. Ah, he just put his shoulder back in place. Okay, turned Hydra soldiers can inflict bleeding with their attacks. Turned Hydra soldiers will become vampire minions when they're KO'd. Okay, so although we can knock out some of the Hydra soldiers, they may become vampires and back into the fight. This is going to be tricky, I'm sure. And we're going to be aware their attacks causing bleeding. Okay, he's energized, so all heroic cards cost 0 for the first turn. That's big.
You're kind of dark, huh?
So mag dump costs 0.
They wear Hydra uniforms, but these
the Daywalker attack is the better one, I think, for costing 0. The whip's also pretty good. The Daywalker we can chain. Is there anyone we can knock out one go? This guy can be knocked out, the vampire. And we can damage the others by the looks of it. That guy can also be knocked out. I'm thinking of chaining to these though, just to take the damage down on them. So we can chain this to 4. There we go. We won't gain a card play back, I don't think, though. No, so that's one card play down already. But we have taken a decent amount of enemies out there. We can explode this if we gain a heroism, which will take another one out, so we might as well leave him. There's no point attacking him if we can blow him up anyway. Need to do these two ideally. Quick, the target will be KO'd, chain to another target. It won't KO. I'm just thinking we get the card play back because it's a quick move. So maybe him. I don't want to not get one of him out though. But I can't see. Oh, we can chain to this guy and do damage. That's okay. We get card play back as well, and he will also gain. Deadpool will gain Fuego because of it, which will make his attack stronger. For every KO he does, we get Fuego.
Is that so fun?
And the more important thing was getting the card back. So Mag Dump is now a stronger move, although it would cost less. So we could knock him out. We can knock any of these out in one attack here with Deadpool. Relentless will knock any of these 3 out as well and gain heroism. We've only got 2 card plays. That's the downside. Just trying to see what would actually do us the best here. To be fair, if we whip this guy into there, that will take both of them out. And then we've got Mag Dump or Relentless as the next move. That's 2 out at least. So we're planning ahead to make sure we can take out as many as possible. Right, we lost one move because we got the discard there. Mag Dump though we could do. Doesn't mean these two of these are going to survive, which isn't ideal, but I don't think we've got much choice in it really. So let's take this one out. And that will gain a Fuego again for Deadpool. Just put there just so you can. Yeah, but you know full well he's never going to reply to you, Dennis. Right, what can we do? We've still got a push move. We've got no card moves to do. We have got a push move though, and we can throw one of these potentially. It won't knock him out annoyingly. But if Deadpool's probably in the right position, we push him into each other, into Blade will do more damage to one of them. There we go. Now I think we may be able to knock him out by throwing this, and that means only one of them is attacking. Don't come back as a vampire. He hasn't come back as a vampire, but at the end of the turn they may. Okay, so we've got one enemy left. They've got a 50% chance of coming back. They're going to attack the hunter. We have got a bit of block, so we should survive. Let's find out. They're going to come back, aren't they? Reinforcements incoming. That's not too bad. There's not many of them. If we can knock them all out this turn, then that's the end of the fight.
Turning Hydra into these things.
We haven't had enough to deal with already.
We've got overpowered, which we could use the Enfago allows us to do more damage. will give us knockback, wouldn't it, as well there? So we'll do damage to him. We're going to knock this guy out anyway. And gain 1 heroism. Actually, hang on a second. We've got death from above. Just seeing who knocks out how easily, really. I think the knockback to damage that guy is probably the better move there. Because we need heroism more than anything else. They're all attacking, well, most of them attacking blade at the end of the turn. Let's do that then. Yeah, good. Yeah, I just can't see him answering you, to be fair. It's because of also what you're asking. Deadpool is now leveled up to level 14. So he is now our highest level hero. The Hunter's only a level 13. He is. So that's not too bad. Okay, we've got Last Sight or Death from Above. Death from Above will knock out an enemy. We won't get the card play back though. Although if we use Hunger... Although no one's got Bleed, have they? No. I was hoping we'd get a card play back, but no one's got Bleed, so it won't. I don't think we're going to knock out all these enemies in one go, annoyingly. Let's just check. Does that knock him out? No. Okay. I was hoping that would knock him out. So Death from Above won't knock him out, but will knock him out. I think that's the right thing to do. If we can get all the enemies out in one turn, we know there's no more reinforcements. But oh, it's turned to a vampire. That was always, there's a 50/50 chance of that happening. Damage each enemy in an area. So we could do our last card plan, take the vampire out. It will damage the other guy as well. Will still leave us with push move, potentially. And potentially a throw as well. Although we've got we won't have any heroism. Takes out, let's do that. It takes out the vampire. I do like that move. Right, okay. We've got a push move, so we can potentially push someone. Deadpool could push this guy, but he's not going to do any damage. The Hunter could push this guy, but I don't think we're going to knock him out. Oh, we will knock him out. Let's knock him out then. We still have one enemy left. But at least it's only just one. And he's targeting Deadpool, who should survive the attack, to be fair. We've got 3 and Fuego should be fine. I think we're done. I don't think there's much else we can do.
We will never forsake her.
We'll have reinforcements this turn, because we didn't take everyone out though. Okay, we've got Bleed on Deadpool. That's something to be aware of. Okay, 3 more enemies join the fight. 1 vampire. This guy gained Blood Sight. 50% chance to apply 1 bleed when doing damage. Okay. So we're going to take... Deadpool will take 53 damage at the end of the turn, but if we can take everyone out in one go, make life easy.
Be an off season if this keeps up.
We need heroism for stake. Right, who goes out in 1? That's the question. He goes out in 1 and the vampire goes out in 1. Merciless won't take him out. We'll take him out though. I've got to somehow try and chain the attacks together so we get all of these out in 1. But I don't know how easy that's going to be. I need more attacks that are chainable, really. Let's do Merciless though. Let's at least him out. Please don't come back as a vampire. He is back as a vampire. I should have guessed that was going to happen. Okay, so we've got one guy back as a vampire. Let's get rid of Stake and see what happens. Okay, that's a chained attack. That's kind of what we needed. Take him out. I think we can take these 3 out in 1, ideally. So, I won't chain to this guy. He's too far away. That's annoying. Actually, let's try this again. Come out of that. Let's chain to this guy first. No, we can't. So, we know that's a guarantee 1-hit kill. I was hoping we'd chain all 3. Make life easy, but it's not. We can do damage on this guy, though, is a bit tougher. There's always that. It does mean, though, we're going to potentially not knock everyone out in 1 turn.
Here it comes.
Although saying that, if we can knock out this guy next, we can throw the box.
You kissed the mother with that mouth?
Can we throw the... He's not close enough. We can't throw the box. I guarantee we can't push him into anything either. There's also a 25% chance to transform into an elite vampire if he gives bleed to someone, so that's not good. I wonder if we could push this guy into Blade and knock him out. Who are we controlling? Blade. Oh yeah, we can do that way. Won't knock him out. We kind of need to knock both out in one turn. I don't think we can do it. Let's take that away. No, that's not helped us. Can't throw the box at anyone, it's not going to do anything. What about... Hang on. Deadpool. Can you jump over the box? No, there's no enemy in sight. Deadpool knocking him into Blade will do damage but won't knock him out. We're not going to be able to take them both out this turn, which means we'll have to deal with another reinforcements as well. Let's knock him into Blade. It does damage, it's just not enough.
Now that was something.
We can stop the hunter being attacked though by going concealed, because we can take out either the vampire or this guy. The vampire's a one-hit kill, so probably best to leave the vampire in play. He is going to attack Deadpool, who's going to take bleed, but he's plenty of health. Let's do that. Heal does give us block, but I don't think it's worth it. So do last sight. Don't turn into a vampire.
Feel my call.
He hasn't turned into a vampire. We've got no attacks left. We can't do anything to the vampire that's here. So we are going to see reinforcements, but hopefully we can get him down next turn. Let's see what happens. Bit of bleed to Deadpool there. And took some damage off him there. So Deadpool uses one of his moves now, he will gain bleed. Okay. 4 enemies to deal with. Vampires will be one hit out, so that's not too bad. It's the bigger guys we've got to worry about. Although we have got Stake will knock out the big guys really quickly.
Oh, sorry. Just practicing my vampish banter. Just in case we lose.
Okay, that's quick. So that will gain us a card play back, and we can knock out any of these really with that. Let's do that one then.
They're mine.
So we'll gain another attack back. So it still leaves us 3 attacks. We can knock out this guy in one move. Quick slash is knockback. Can I do knockback? I can't knock him into the other one. I was hoping we could knock him, these two into each other. Potentially, but I think we can still win in one go here. We can stake this guy, the elite. As long as if he comes back to the vampire, then I don't think we can finish it this turn. No, he hasn't. Perfect. Right, we're still at 2 attacks. Do we want? Well, I mean, I'm kind of two minds whether to do it all together now. Gain another bleed for Deadpool, which I'd rather not do. I would like to heal Deadpool because I know that it's probably 2 fights this one, but I don't think we're not going to be able to do it. Let's do quick slash. Hoping we can knock these 2 into each other, but we can't. How close is he to the box? Okay, we can knock them both out in this turn, that's fine. So quick slash to this vampire. Doesn't matter where he goes, he's still out. And then we're going to pick the box up and throw the box at the other vampire's head. And then that's him dealt with. That should be point complete.
Hopefully they learned their lesson. But we all know that's wishful thinking.
So objective complete. There's generally 2 fights to every story-based mission, so I'm guessing there's going to be another one in a minute. Deadpool taking out some guards though. Let's see what we're going to find inside. What is that? We have kind of got 2 stories on the go because of Deadpool's missions. Sin is here. For those who don't know, Sin is the daughter of Red Skull.
And that would be Red Skull, I gather? From the
grandfather, sorry.
Redness of the
so she's the granddaughter.
Skull behind you.
On our left.
More vampires.
And you be careful. Please, it's been a rough couple of years.
So I had heard that Deadpool speaks to the camera in the game, and that was him doing so.
I worshipped him once.
Just once? Must not have been that great.
More to our right.
This is going to be a 5.5, I think.
I have a new master.
I think this is the 3rd or 4th mission in Deadpool's DLC.
Complete, and the Magna Core ego is awakened. We shall.
Rude.
That's Deadpool's phone going off.
My bad. Hold that thought. Oh, good. Hydra Bob's not a vampire. What were you saying about the mango gazebo?
Enough blasphemy. End them now.
Right, we've got to defend ourselves again. Destroy Sin's Dial artifact, the Magna Core. The Magna Core would regenerate health every turn. Focus your attacks to show the statue. We've got to take it out in one turn, otherwise it regenerates health. Okay. And obviously we've got Sin to deal with. We've got quite a lot of health.
You cloak your fear behind
and attacking her will also taunt random enemies.
If nothing else, she's perceptive.
It recovers 25% of health each turn, the Magna Core. Okay, what do we go for? We have got Quick Shot, which we can gain a card play back. It's not worth taking out the vampires with it, unless we, apart from one, we might as well damage the other target, I think. Let's damage her. Which is going to be a tricky one. We're going to gain the card play back because of the KO. So at least it's damage on there. That isn't a taunt some though. So there's a couple taunted now towards Deadpool.
So they're all looking at me.
It's always good when you get the card play back though. We need to get his Fuego up as well. Okay, we've got a forceful knockback here. This won't refund the card play. Could do some damage there. Damage her quite a lot. Let's try that one then. Don't have any more quick moves, so we're not going to gain card plays back for taking out vampires. Now she's getting others to target the hunter.
Not lost focus yet.
Right, we've got 2 moves left. I could heal Deadpool and even block, to be fair. The hunter's got 80 block, we should be okay hopefully from an attack. My concern is there's a chance that Deadpool won't be okay from an attack. We do draw 2 cards as well. I think it's worth healing him.
The light will heal you.
I'm all tingly.
Okay, and we have enough for a hero combo. Will it knock Sin out in one? It will. Will it knock this out in one? We can't do a hero combo on it. Okay, we can't do a hero combo on the Magna Core, annoyingly. But we can do it on Sin, which will knock her down. She'll come back next turn, because she'll only be down for 1 turn. But it doesn't mean she's out, which she's going to do a lot of damage. So I think hero combo, take her out. Okay, so she's only down. So for 1 turn she'll be downed, and then she'll recover. Okay, we have got vampires. We need, if we can push them, maybe I'll take another one out here and there. We've got no more normal moves left. Deadpool push this guy. We can reach a vampire. That might be a good one to do because that means the vampires are out. 1 less person to battle. And it's still damage done. Okay, I think we're out of things we can do. Obviously, that would explode and take them out. Would that explode? We have got a... So it won't take him out, so it's not worth it. I think that's it. I think we just need to survive the next turn. Let's see what happens. Obviously, that will gain energy back, health back. We knew that would happen. We need to focus attacks on it. But I think we need to take out Sin first. Deadpool's shield helping him there. But giving bleed to Deadpool, which isn't helpful. Yeah, Deadpool's gaining bleed, annoyingly. And we've now got to move now for the hunter that will add bleed as well. And now Sin is back up as well. This is going to be a tough old fight. The Guardian Strike I'm keeping because it does make a big difference.
Do not see their transcendence.
Okay.
They are the superior.
We have got overpowered. And it will do knockback, so anything we can do with it will be a bonus. Since we're going to take out as many as we can in one.
Just easing the tension.
I think that might be the... Can we knock him into him? Maybe that might be the right move to take out two of the enemy in one shot there. I think that might be the right thing to do. Yeah, that will take two of them out of play. Okay, two enemy out. And then Fuego for Deadpool. Okay. We have got Whip, which is a forceful knockback as well. It's not going to do much damage to her, annoyingly. I was hoping it would. She's not immune to knockback, is she? No. I had to check she wasn't immune to knockback. If we knock out the vampire with it, we can nearly knock out that guy, actually. That might be a better one. Anyone that are one-hit kills, we want to be trying to damage them as much as possible. Because it does give us an advantage. Okay, people are now taunting the hunter, but that's okay. They're all taunting the hunter. Oh wow, okay. The hunter's in a bit of trouble at the end of this turn. We need heroism. Actually, let's do Pain Pinata. To do this move, we can now use one of our items, which we gain 2 heroism for free with the nanotech weave. There we go. 2 heroism. Pain Pinata would knock out 2 of those plus damage Sin. I'm not too worried about damage of the altar. Can we get anyone else in on this? Can I get it to... Yes, we can do 4. So it's damaging Sin, the other guy, and knocking 2 out. I think that's a decent amount of damage there.
Insert catchphrase here.
And I love the move. I love the way he does with it as well, to be fair.
I think you got it.
Now they're all taunting Deadpool. Or at least one's going after Deadpool.
Got a crush on you-know-who.
With no more attacks left. He's going to take 53 damage at the end of the turn because of bleeding. We have got a push left. We could take the vampire out, to be fair, or we could take this guy out. I think it's a one-hit takeout. This guy, I think, is too strong for us to take out in one hit. Yeah. We could take the vampire out. Let's do that. Just because we don't want the bleeding effect as much as possible. The downside is, obviously, Sin is still up this turn, and we're out things that we could do. We obviously need Sin down. That's all we really need. Let's go for it, see what happens. Bleed has affected Deadpool. What damage Sin is going to do? Okay, she's got a monolith now. Who did she... Okay, I don't know what she just did with her second attack. The monolith we need to take out, because otherwise that's going to have bad effects for us. There's more reinforcements as well. These fights are getting harder and harder. This is why I think leveling up the heroes in the threat room definitely helps.
Focus on the statue. You must stop the ritual.
I'm trying to stop the ritual, but we're going to do we do 3 attacks on the statue and hope that's enough? That's the question. This thing, what's this doing? In 4 turns, immune to knockbacks. Every 4 card plays, but it also loses health. 4 card plays, 25% chance. This triggers immediately when any hero gains bleed. Oh wow. Okay, this may be a bit tricky. I don't know if we can just focus on this, to be fair. We have got quick, so that will give us a card play back. If we can knock someone out with quick. Let's do that one. I know Caretaker's saying concentrate on the Magna Carrego, but to do it in 1 turn is going to be tricky. Hunter's got bleed, so he's going to lose 53 health at the end of the turn, so we'll be aware of that as well. Pain Pinata would be ideal, but not everyone is close enough to do any damage, I don't think, with that. We need heroism for Daywalker. Draw 2 blade cards, the next 3 damage cards apply 2 bleed. That might be worth it on Sin, to be fair. Let's play that.
I'll put this to use.
Okay, we have got Daywalker, which is a pretty strong move, and it chains to 4. Obviously, don't know how much damage we could do to this. Not a massive amount. It's whether it's worth it. We're not going to take her out either. Although we may be able to knock her out. And getting Sin out of the fight will make a massive difference. We can chain it one more time and it will take her out. And it will apply bleed. Let's do that.
Now we're doing it.
Try to focus on Sin and then we can focus on the Magna Carrego. My concern obviously is the vampires. She's also got bleed. They're going to taunt onto Blade.
Still coming for me.
Bleed is going to do 57 damage at the end of the turn. So we need to knock her health down by another 70 potentially to get her out. We have got Strike, which also adds more bleed. I think we can knock Sin out this turn. I just want her out because then we can. It will help us massively. Okay. Blade is going to be attacked next turn at the end of the turn. I think he'll survive it. Dark Incubation didn't want to happen. 3 more vampires are now spawned. They are one-hit kills, but they're still frustrating to have. Because we gave bleed to Sin. And Sin will go out, but I think to finish her off, we haven't got... Could apply marks, but that would give us a card play back. Let's do it, it's free. It only gives us a card play back if we attack her with a card, and we're going to try and push her. I hope that's enough to take her out. It won't take her out, but it will do some damage at least to guarantee her going out at the end of this turn. Okay. At the end of this turn, we're going to try and focus on the Magna Carrego. Because I think that's going to be our focus now.
If you still want it, come and get it.
Right, we've got nothing left to do. Let's hope we can survive this attack at the end of the turn. I think Sin will be out though. She's got 14 bleed. She should be out. Deadpool gained 42 damage. What else is she doing? Okay, the Hunter gained a lot of damage. She also hurt our own guy as well, but the enemy don't care about hurting each other. Time for Blade to now get hurt. Blade now has bleed, which was not ideal. Oh no, that vampire's turned into an elite vampire now. Ah, that's a lot of damage. I knew he was going to get hurt, but I didn't think he'd get hurt that much. I was hoping he wouldn't anyway. Deadpool's got bleed as well. More reinforcements incoming, or only 1. This fight has turned into a nightmare. Sin is out though. That's something. We needed Sin out, and we've done that. Okay, now we could focus all our attacks on this, or we can take out as many enemies as possible. This may be a better option. Blade is taking 28 damage at the end of the turn. Deadpool's taken nothing, that's fine. The Hunter, has he got bleed? No, he hasn't. Okay. How many of these can we take out in one go? Because that's ideally what we need to do now. Okay, this might be a better one to do. We can chain this as well, and we gain the card play back. Also, before we do that, let's have a look at this elite vampire. 99 damage, health. That should be okay. When this unit deals damage, okay. We do need to deal with that elite vampire. Quick shot though will give us a card play back and take out 2. Let's take out the turn trooper. We know vampires are one hit kill, so they're not too bad to take out. It's more about getting the card play back as well as taking out enemies there.
I saw a move like that once.
The dog is snack crazy. Most dogs are, aren't they though? Okay, we haven't really got any enemies in a kind of close enough grouping to do any real damage with the Pain Pinata, really. I don't think it's worth the waste of the attack. The Pain Pinata, it's not going to do enough damage to really help us. There. We have got Quick Slash, which is a knockback as well. Although the knockback isn't going to help. We can't take 2 out, it's maybe not worth doing. Although that's some massive damage to the elite vampire, that might be worth it. Obviously that elite vampire is going to do more damage to us.
Blade told me to mention your mother.
We are kind of ignoring the Magna Carrego, but only because if we take out everyone else, we still have a decent chance of surviving and hopefully doing more damage next time. The elite vampire now has 37 health. We could do Pain Pinata, because we've got to think about reinforcements on this thing as well, to be fair. Although Pain Pinata won't take it out, annoyingly. What about... we can gain Conceal. Who's everyone attacking? Blade is under attack by the vampires there. This one's attacking the Hunter, but that's not too big a deal. Let's make the Hunter invisible. And then Blade, we're going to have to push one of these other vampires to get rid of him for Blade.
Return to your...
I didn't check the other guy, to be fair. We have also now unlocked the collar. So we've got Symbiote Bind we can now play, which will make someone not be able to move next turn. So the 2 people targeting the Hunter are targeting no one now. That's okay. We can take out a vampire, to be fair, with Deadpool here. Blade should survive the turn. We can push this one potentially and take out that vampire. We can push him into Blade, to be fair. That's him out. The other 2 enemies will not attack anyway because they haven't got an attack because the Hunter's out. So the only one that's going to hurt us is Blade being attacked. I think we're okay. We've still got 1 card play. I didn't think we had another card play left. We have. I don't want to use the Hunter because he's now going to be attacked, which is annoying. I've kind of messed up there a little bit. I was hoping not to use the Hunter because he's now invisible. I think we'll do that.
Bad luck for you, friendo.
It's not enough to knock out the Magna Carrego or the other guy, but at least he's damaged.
So that was something.
I think we're done. I don't think there's any other attacks we can do. This obviously will spawn in 1 more turn, so that's something we have to deal with. It's kind of not worked out the way we wanted really this turn, but we've survived. Then 28 damage for Blade there, with the bleed. The vampire's also going to attack him. Okay. 1 reinforcement. The downside is we know it's going to spawn more vampires in a minute. Which isn't ideal. Death from above.
Even I have limits.
We need to take this out. If we can. Death from above won't do it. I don't know if we can knock this out in 1 turn. That's the thing. We need more El Fuego there, really. You can use this to take out 2 targets, but we will gain bleed on Deadpool by doing so. We can take out 2 targets or damage that. I think 2 targets. We'll gain the card play back as well. That's at least 2 of the enemy out. I need to kind of focus 3 attacks on the Magna Carrego, and I hope we can take it out in 1 turn. Although we're only 3 more vampires, that's what we didn't need. Although, Death from above, if that's an area attack, we may be able to damage all of them in 1 go. That's definitely not good. Rapid growth, 2 elite vampires, 3 elite vampires now to deal with. That wasn't helpful in the slightest. Death from above won't knock them out. Yeah, that's not really on the plan. We need to knock this out to stop more vampires coming. We have got Whip, which will knock it out as well. I think that's our best option there.
You have earned this.
This fight has got difficult just because of the amount of vampires coming in and the upgraded and the fact they're turning to elite
Not much has changed among the world's
hasn't helped us. We have got Death from above. I would like to, do more damage on this, but it's just not possible. We can do some, but then we're going to take damage from the vampires here. We can possibly push 2 into each other. If we can push those, we can blow that up. That's only going to hurt 1 though. They're attacking Blade, which the concern is with Blade, he won't survive. He's only got 73 health. I don't think he's going to survive us doing too much. Bind isn't really going to make much difference. Let's redraw that and see if we get Blade lifesteal. Right, we can heal Blade and give him block. I think that's a good idea. That will help us there.
light is on our side.
If we can get Blade so he can take the damage from the people targeting him, that's not too bad. So if we do death from above to Magna Carrigo, it's going to gain 25% of his health back, but still a decent amount of damage. I hope he'll have it next turn. Such happiness. So 25%, it won't be back to full health, so that will help us. We need to try and push 2 of these people attacking the hunter into each other, ideally. Although we can blow this up and take that guy down if need be. That will stop the hunter being attacked. Deadpool, you can't push into him. Like the hunter, can we push? I think Blade's angle won't help us here. No! I've moved when I didn't want to there, that wasn't good. I was hoping we'd do more damage. That didn't go to plan at all. Okay, I may have messed that up. Can you reposition as many times as you like? You can. Oh, okay. So although I now can't push, I can actually reposition as many times as I want to. I didn't know that, to be fair. I think it just means no one else can move now. Yeah, you can actually reposition then until you get it right. That does help us to a degree. Right, let's blow that up. That takes him out at least. I've messed up because the hunter's going to take 2 hits now. Ah, he's come back as a vampire. That's not helped us. Can the hunter pick this up and do any damage? Won't knock him out. Will knock him out. That saves us being attacked by 1. Let's do that. Trying to stop us getting too much damage inflicted. I'm annoyed. I messed up with Blade. I made him move and not be able to do push at the same time, and I don't think I can get it back, which is a little bit frustrating. Yeah, I don't think I can do push anywhere. I can move even more, but it doesn't really help me. Although he can't move now, it stopped me allowing him to move. There's nothing else we can do. Let's see what happens. Deadpool lost 27 because of his bleed. We know the Magna Carrigo will recover health, but it won't be full health, I don't think. Blade's block doing wonders. He is gaining bleed to some of his attacks, but his block works massively there. Deadpool as well being hurt. The hunter being hurt, but his block has helped. We're going to gain bleed. More reinforcements. I need to focus on the Magna Carrigo, but the reinforcements are stopping that. Thanks for the like, that was much appreciated.
I think I'm coming down with something.
Okay, we need to do as much damage. We need to take out as many of these as possible because this is ridiculous now. We just can't take them out quick enough to focus on the Magna Carrigo. Mag Dump, how much damage would that do? We need more on Fuego really to reduce the cost. We'll do a decent amount of damage. I know it's a card play. I'm just thinking this. Less focus on the vampires and more on the Magna Carrigo. It has actually gone. It's 1 short of full health after the last time. Can we do lifesteal? Immune to bleed and lifesteal. I'm thinking of blade there. Right, let's do damage to it. It's a decent amount of damage. I don't think we're going to be able to take it out in 1 turn. Can't apply bleed. I don't, because it's immune to it. It's, you know, it's an inanimate object, but we can do a lot of damage now. I'm just wondering whether we'd survive the end of the turn. That's the only downside. 142 damage though. We knock this out, it may be the end of the fight anyway. 95 damage needed. Guardian Strike. I don't know if that's going to knock it out. It says 93. I don't think it will. And Slash obviously. Forceful knockback won't do it. I think we're going to be like 2 short if we use Guardian Strike. I need... we need one more... We need one more heroism, and we could have done it this turn. We could have knocked it out in 1. Because they do 114 damage. Let's redraw 1 and see if we get something decent. It needs to be over 95 damage. No. Daywalker doesn't help us. Take it off again and see what happens. No. Okay. Can I move someone to... if I can push him into it at the end of the turn, Oh, actually, let's just try this. Can we push this vampire? No, we can't push him into it. So we can push him into it, and then it would make it worthwhile. We're not in a position to push anyone into, are we? Okay, we can basically take it nearly out in this turn with 93 damage. But we can't take it fully out. I could hit the vampire into it. It won't take it fully out. It will heal a little bit, but next turn we should be able to defeat it. And we keep the Guardian Strike because Guardian Strike at the minute is giving us the ability to stay in the fight.
You were unprepared.
We've gained bleed because of that, but we knew that was coming. Ah, an elite vampire now. That wasn't helpful. We've still got one move left. So if we can do any more damage, we've got to try and do what we can. We can knock one vampire out and hurt another. That's now the end of the turn for us. We are close to finishing the mission, but we're still going to take some damage. Blade should survive. Hunter should survive because of that. And Deadpool, as long as he doesn't take 78 damage, he should be okay. Let's see what happens. Bleed affects the Hunter. Magna Carrigo's to recover 96 health. Okay, we can get that down this turn. We can actually ignore the vampires now, because we can deal with it without defeating the vampires. Hunter's shield helped him there. Reinforcements incoming. It's not going to matter. We can take the Magna Carrigo out. So the Magna Carrigo, 129 health.
The day is really starting to catch up with me.
We need to make sure we get this right. Stake won't knock it out. 114, but nearly. Blade will gain a bleed, but that should be fine. There we go, 114 damage.
You are a force to be reckoned.
The blade won't matter too much. The bleed, sorry. Blood Frenzy. Okay, one more attack is all we need, and with this is out. There we go. Quick attack by Deadpool. We can chain it, to be fair, not that it matters, because it does 29 damage.
Are we excited?
There we go, the Magna Carrigo should be fully out now.
I doubt they'll take that.
And that is mission complete. That was tricky. We managed to get through it, but that was tricky. The relentless vampires did not help. We took Sin out in good time though, that was the important thing. We would have took a lot more damage otherwise.
Darkness shall spread across the land until the world is cloaked in endless night.
Blah, blah, blah. I'm evil. Something, something. World domination. Blah, blah. Going to destroy you.
Now, prepare yourselves.
Something, something, something. Screw it.
You shall bear witness to the ascension of...
Click.
What?
There we go, it's destroyed.
You monster!
That's a little on the nose, don't you think, Cindy?
I do enjoy Blade's humour. Is she disappearing? Yeah.
Whoa! Cindy smog cannot be good for the old.
Thanks a lot, much appreciated whoever that was.
Caretaker, are you tracking this?
Affirmative. Hold on. We're getting you out of there.
Okay, we're going off back to the Abbey then.
Farewell.
Mission complete. Why are we saying goodbye to Deadpool?
Yeah, okay, about that. Quick cue. Seeing as I just destroyed my unidentified physician client's vampire with a Y, Holy Grail, is it cool if I
was going to say, we're not really leaving him behind, are we?
Friend?
I don't think.
A while?
No.
Not forever.
No.
20, 30 years tops.
No.
Caretaker saying no, Blade saying no. Hunter saying, come on then.
Oh, can I be in the sequel?
Can you be in the sequel? So is that the end of his missions? Because if so, there's not many. And obviously I got the DLC included in the season pass. If you paid for the DLC, you're only gaining a character on 4 missions.
Magna Carrigo was not crucial to my ascension.
Unless there's more from
my
it.
child. We must prepare for the endless night.
Yes, Master.
Don't know if there's more. We'll have to check. 2-star rating though, we gained a rare gamma core and 3 rare blueprints. And 125 gloss, which was pretty good. And we're back now at the Abbey. We've got about 20 minutes left. We might not have enough time for another mission. We may not. That's the annoying thing. We've had some really long missions. To be fair, today's stream has flown. Right, we need to talk to Deadpool. There's going to be... I'm kind of don't know where we're going with the Deadpool thing. I'm wondering how many more missions there are with Deadpool. We won't be able to check until we sleep, to be honest. We need to speak to Deadpool. We need to speak to Blade. Blade wants to speak to his book club, which we need to continue. Let's speak to Blade first, then.
Book club tonight. You in?
It's going to be a bit of talking, but at least it's done.
Let's head over.
And it does increase friendship with everyone, which is important. We are close to getting our friendship for the team up. So these kind of things are important for that.
I like this book, but I can't explain why. Maybe I'll figure it out as we discuss it.
Okay.
I should not be this nervous about what you all thought of the book. Even the best translations.
This was the book
Kree
that Carol
subtext.
Danvers picked for everyone to read. Blade?
Ready to
There
kick
you go.
this off?
We can kick this off now.
I am ready.
I
Carol,
think it's a
this was your
manual or
book,
something
so
she
you
wanted
can
everyone to
start.
read.
I'll throw it back to you. What did you think of the book?
I had a rough time with it.
You didn't like it?
Didn't say that. At first I spent more time referencing the glossary than reading the book.
Sounds familiar. What
It was a
changed?
manual. You're not going to get it. It's not
I
really an
noticed
easy
a
to read.
kind of rhythm to the words. I began to see them as lyrics to a song. All that dry talk faded and it finally came together. The lyrics made it feel much bigger than a chapter on Kree farming implements.
I had far more to say than I thought. You lost me at the fight. Lyrics? I know exactly what you mean. I'm just going to agree with Blade, I think.
This book was about much more than
Friendship with Captain America got up.
Exactly. The rhythm to it helped paint a bigger picture. Once I caught on, I kept reading and didn't rely on the glossary. I picked everything up from context. That's when I realized none of this was about farming. I'm surprised how much stuck with me, despite some concepts being legit alien to me.
Agreed. For me, the rhythm wasn't lyrics. It was more like the book was written to a cadence.
That's why I had you read it on your Spark. The mnemonic lexicon won't work with a hard copy.
The what now?
An ancient Kree technique. It helps you remember texts that would otherwise be considered... There's no Kree word for stuffy, but essentially that. But all that's packaging. Let's get into the book itself. Hunter, did you figure out what the bloom and the harvest represent?
I don't know what they represent. It describes an efficient defense. Agriculture, obviously, it's about deceptive offense. Efficient or deceptive? Bloom and the harvest. Efficient defense. Go for that.
The bloom represents the
Friendship
range
level
of
up with
fortress.
Captain America.
The harvest happens when enemies enter that range.
That's one vital part. You're right, the bloom can represent overlapping fields of fire, but it's more than one concept. At the time of the book's writing, the Kree cared most about integrating captured territory while still expanding their empire. Conquered worlds came with people. Rather than treat them as prisoners, the Kree provided them with most benefits enjoyed by Kree citizens. This period is known as the Cultivation.
So the bloom was when they gained full citizenship under their conquerors.
No, it's when the world requested it. As long as they could feed themselves with Kree farming techniques and defend their world with Kree defenses, the request was granted with few exceptions.
So what's the harvest?
As part of the service required by the Empire, many of these new citizens began the cultivation of freshly conquered worlds.
So they were living examples. Show the newly conquered what they could achieve if they went along with the Empire.
That's also how vampires work.
Carol, I think I pieced together the Kree strategy.
Do tell.
It's all tied to agriculture. Every soldier knows you can't fight if you can't eat, but they applied this to their expansion. Till the field, sow the seed, pull the weed, reap the crop. It means the Kree wouldn't advance until the territory they took was secure and productive.
That made them predictable. You forgot one that made them unstoppable. It does make them predictable.
If your enemy knows how
Friendship
you
level
act,
up with Blade?
they can prepare.
Certainly, for other spacefaring empires. But most worlds had no idea the Kree existed until the invasion was underway. But the Kree expansion had momentum. They could afford to push harder because their whole weight was behind the advance. Unless a world could push just as hard, it would eventually fall under Kree control.
Carol, how was that?
Close enough to impress me. The strategy in Volume 32 wasn't perfect, but it worked out for the Kree far more often than it failed.
What happened when it failed?
That's covered in Volume 33.
And that's book club. Steve, you're up next. What's your book?
The Mantle of Authority, by General Chester Phillips.
Is this the one you keep saying I should read?
The very same. Now you have to. It's book club.
There we go. That is book club done.
Before I
Just
forget, I asked Logan to join us next time.
Wolverine is joining
He
us
said
for
yes.
book club next time.
He can read?
Yeah, I'm surprised Wolverine's joining us, to be fair.
Can't wait to see how this goes.
Okay, let's speak to everyone, and then that should be done.
I hope you enjoy the book I chose.
Why do you say that?
It's about people who weren't around until after your death. But I'm sure you'll figure out the context.
Okay.
So why choose this book?
Volume 30 was way too spicy for this crowd.
Go on.
I'm kidding. It's relevant to what we're facing today. Hydra, the Lilin, your mom, they seem to have the upper hand all over the world.
No enemy is invulnerable.
The Kree never conquered this planet. Neither will my mother.
Exactly.
+2 friendship
makes you
with
seem
Captain
bigger
Marvel.
than you are. We can hit them anywhere at any time. You can bet this adds to our own reputation. And that's how we defeat our enemy. As long as we're still standing, they're gonna fall.
Okay, let's everyone spoke to. Let's speak to Blade, and then that should be done.
Okay, just between us. Carol's book was extremely weird, right?
I got something
I
out of
learned
it.
a thing or two.
What? How to
Good morning.
build
No, there
turrets
isn't.
on
It's
the
single
moon?
player only. There's no online
That is
mode to
harsh.
this. It's just single player.
I didn't think it was that bad. But interstellar agriculture as a metaphor for planetary conquest, not what I expected.
You should be honest with Carol.
I'm always honest with Carol. But if I tell her it was a
No worries
weird
at all.
book,
Hope you're well.
I'll sound like I don't know much about her adopted culture.
And how is that bad? You do not know, so this is the perfect opportunity to ask.
Good point. All right, I'll do it. Thanks, Hunter.
Good luck.
You calling it?
Time to go.
I should leave.
Peace.
Okay, so that's book club done. We've got 2 abilities. We've got to pick one of these. Bring It On Plus for Captain Marvel. That's modded as well. Taunt each enemy in an area. Gain a counter. With binary, gain 2 resist. And on redraw, we get cure as well. Or we got the modded Quick Jab Plus. Taunt is quick. If it has binary, has knockback on redraw, recover health. I'm thinking Quick Jab. I think that's a decent move for her. Especially with the mods as well.
Carol.
There's also something to grab just here.
You do? You must...
I'm letting leave them to talk. Fully check things around us. You may gain some arcane knowledge by looking around. There we go, 5 arcane. We get an arcane key once it's maxed. It's always worth looking at different things. Heroic essence as well. We can also gain, we can use one, we've got 6 arcane keys, we can now use it on this chest as well. As it's an epic chest, it's kind of the only one I use it on really. Couple of pallets, we've got common whole face prop, and an epic combat bonus as well. What have we got? Essence here. We've got to be aware we are running out of time for this morning. We have got about 10 minutes left. Deadpool needs to speak to us, and then we've got a hangout event to do with someone in here, which will actually increase their friendship level, so we'll have to decide about that in a minute. Let's talk to Deadpool first.
Well, everything is out in the open now. I'm fully exposed.
Are you not worried about any repercussions from this Doctor of Doom?
So I think that's all his missions done. There's only about 3 missions,
but lucky
4
for me,
missions
this dome piece
for
is
Deadpool.
empty. There's so much free real estate up here.
How did you even get involved with him in the first place?
Haven't you listened to anything I've said? Money.
What's your deal with money?
Why do you have such a fascination with money?
Whoever said money can't buy happiness clearly never owned a giant beanbag chair before.
But you did not get paid for this job. How will you afford this bean chair?
The 5-finger discount, obviously.
So long as you are happy with the outcome.
Oh, I'm putting Merc stuff on the back burner. No freelancing. Just gonna work pro bono for the Midnight Suns. Did you know pro bono doesn't mean what I thought it did?
I cannot speak for the rest of the team, but it will be nice to have the extra help.
I hope my heroics with the Magna Carrigo back there bought me brownie points with the goody two-shoes around here.
Destroying it was for the best.
Destroying the Magna Carrigo was the smart thing to do.
Did you just call me smart?
No, we didn't call Deadpool smart.
No,
Too late. No take-backs. It's okay to admit that I make good decisions. Sometimes.
So, what is next for Deadpool?
I've got an exclusive contract with the Midnight Suns.
Okay, good.
I have always considered you part of the team.
The more murder hands,
Plus
the
2
merrier.
friendship with Deadpool.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go make my presence known.
How will you be doing that?
Fireworks, balloons, gunshots. The huge.
Okay, so the only thing we can left to do is a hangout event. Let's have a look at where we are in friendship with people, so we can decide the right person to do it with. We've gained a team player bonus as well for the hunter. Let's have a quick look at Captain Marvel's deck, because we can now change. We gained a new one. The Quick Jab Plus. It means I'm taking out a Knee Strike Plus. But I think Quick Jab does help because we can redraw for health back. And it's a quick move, so we still gain a card play back when you take someone out. So that's a good one to do, I think. I think we're good for everything now. That's her done. Right, friendship level. Deadpool is still level 0. We need to get his friendship level up. I think that's the big thing with Deadpool. Good morning, Insanity. How are you? You finished your playthrough of God of War. Nice. What did you have? You completed 100%, or have you just finished the story and done a few side things? How far? What point are you finished? Because everyone's finish point is different, isn't it? We've still got a couple of streams of it this week in the evenings to try and still do more of the 100% stuff. I think we have to hang out with Deadpool. I think that's the one we need to level up friendship, since he's level 0.
Are we
and everyone else is at least level 1. So let's hang out with Deadpool. Deep conversation, fishing, or have a drink. Let's have a drink with him. We're gonna have to pick a present for him as well. That's something we've got to decide what present's best. But no, glad you've done it though, Insanity.
For a long time.
What's next for you? What's your next playthrough?
Have.
What's the plan?
You looking for a job?
No, I was wondering what your strangest request has been.
Where to start? Traveling through space and time to kill my good friend, but also not has to be up there. Oh, or trying to kill myself. Would you ever hire me for a gig?
One that involves a listen. I don't think so. I would.
I would hire you to move a couch.
Can I move it with my guns?
One friendship level game.
Fine, I'll settle for my katanas.
Okay, we've got to pick a present. And it's got to be good to gain more friendship, and then we need that friendship. Music box, Face It Tiger. Don't think that's the right one to pick. That's Captain Marvel, so no. Hunks of meat in all forms of the true carnivore. That'd be a Wolverine one. Is your life more stressful than your challenges to work on? This soft, calming scent take you away. No. Premium sketchbook. No. Snack box. No. candle. Sports car interior candle. Practical Muay Thai. Not sure about that one. New Mutants. Oh, this is definitely the one for him. Legendary gift. The dynamic debut of Deadpool. It's the beginning of the end for the New Mutants as Cable continues his reinvention of the squadron through his own paramilitary force. But the numbers are dwindling and Richter's about to be the next one making his exit. So I think that's the right gift for him. It's legendary. If it's the right gift, we'll gain a massive boost to friendship, which should give him to level 1 at least. You've ordered the Harry Potter game. Looking forward to playing that. Have you got it? Which version did you get? Have you got the early playthrough? Because we can play it 72 hours early because of the pre-order. You got Forbidden West to play. Have you not done Forbidden West yet? Forbidden West is pretty good. Death Stranding. I need to do Death Stranding as well, to be fair. You need to finish Ghost of Tsushima DLC. There's always too much, isn't there? There's always too many to play. That's my issue with them. And there's so much I want to do, but it's not enough time. But we're trying to get Midnight Suns finished, ready for Hogwarts Legacy to come out next Tuesday, because we get the 72 hours early access. We've got the 3 different games on the go for the episodic content. And I only do the episodic because I want to play so much more. That's the big thing. Right, New Mutants. Let's give this to Deadpool. I'm hoping it's the right gift. It was.
I don't have anything for you.
He loved the activity, so we got 7 friendship. We gained 1 conversation friendship and 10 friendship from the legendary gift. That's what we wanted. So that should give him to level 1 as well now. 18 friendship in 1 hangout. That is a massive amount. Captain Marvel wants to speak to us outside. We've got about 5 minutes left. So we'll speak to Captain Marvel, and then that may be all we can do today. Let's see what she needs.
Hunter, you have the same effect on vampires as microwaving fish does on the Avengers break room.
I am clearing them out.
Today's stream, 3.5 hours has flown by.
Vampire activity is
and we haven't done a single main story mission.
We're making a dent.
The only thing we've done Deadpool's for now.
The more we destroy, the more seems to
We've done Deadpool's. We have done a main story mission, but it was an evening mission.
Maybe.
We've trained a couple of heroes up to level 13, which has made a difference as well.
Vampires are making the most of the chaos Lilith created. The good news? I see no signs that they're working together.
Are you sure there is no connection?
So there's no connection between vampires and Lilith, at least.
Let's look at what we know. There's no crying over smashed vampire relics, but I wouldn't have minded adding the Magna Corrigo to our arsenal.
But I do think Deadpool's missions are now over.
Like that aren't known
which
for
does mean he only had like 4.
Still, I wonder if Strange and Tony could have used it to make something useful.
Which, if you're paying full price for the DLC of Deadpool, is it worth it? The season pass, would I have been happy to gain Deadpool and gain 4 missions? I'm not sure, to be fair.
No good can come from meddling
Too
with
much,
darkness.
not enough time. You don't want to play a long game before Harry Potter comes, so I'm not sure about a few days early play. Oh, okay, so yeah, you may not get the early access then.
Blood witch and a half vampire, and the mother of demons is your mom.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And we're doing okay.
The general release date is Friday, isn't it? 10th of February. And we can play from the 7th.
The silver lining
but mine's digital anyway.
She'll be picking the pieces out.
I do normally order discs because they're cheaper, but I want the early access.
I can agree with that.
Anything else on your mind?
Nope, we're all done. That's Carol Danvers spoken to.
Thanks, Carol.
See ya.
Oh, she wants to speak to us still. No, okay. It comes up a second time.
Thanks, Carol.
Just in case you haven't asked everything.
Catch you later.
Right. I think that's everything done. We're not going to go to sleep. I will save that until tomorrow morning stream, because we'll gain from that. So we'll hold off on the going to sleep part. But we're out of time. Sound like you're more eager than me to play. It's going to be a great game. To be fair, I've had some worries about it, admittedly. Let's save this and we can have a chat before we finish, to be fair. I've got some worries about it. I had some worries from the start. But from what I've heard, I think my worries are kind of in vain. I was concerned that obviously the spell casting is going to be too simplified. Like you press a button, that's a spell that's done. Which means it won't be intuitive, which was my big concern. But from what I've heard, it's going to be okay. There we go. We are finished for this morning. But yeah, I'm keen to play it. The idea is we're trying to get this finished, Midnight Suns finished before Tuesday, so we can then do it. That's the plan and hope. And then after that, because our list at the minute is quite specific. We're doing Marvel Midnight Suns now. We've got Hogwarts Legacy on release next Tuesday. We've got the DLC to Horizon Forbidden West in March. Assassin's Creed Mirage is rumoured to be March, but there's also rumoured to be June release date, so I'm not sure where that's going to fit in. Spider-Man 2, whenever that release date comes. And then we want to do the trilogy of Batman games because we had a donation from one of the subscribers to do for the DLC, for the trilogy of Batman games, so we want to do those as well this year. So yeah, live streaming games, we've got quite a list that we've got to try and fit in. And I don't know how long Hogwarts Legacy is going to take. I don't know if the Platinum's possible in one playthrough. I'm not keen on doing more than one playthrough on anything, so if we can get a Platinum trophy on one playthrough, brilliant. If we can't, we can't. I don't know Midnight Sun trophies yet. I don't even know if Platinum's possible for this. We'll have to have a look at that at some point. We're obviously still doing Ragnarok, trying to get the Platinum on that. We've got God of War 4, we're still trying to get the Platinum on that. Genshin Impact, we're taking a bit of a break from, but at some point we're going to go back to that as well. It's just so much, isn't there? Oh yeah, a lot of great games to look forward to, but it's just fitting everything in at the right time. And, you know, sometimes we don't play a game on release because some of the subscribers say they want to experience the story themselves, which I get and completely understand. But when we asked about Hogwarts Legacy, people said do it on release, so that's what we're going to do. Spider-Man we may have to delay because people may want to play it themselves first. Mirage, I'd like to play it on release if possible. And the DLC, the Forbidden West, I'm definitely going to be doing that on release if we can. But yeah, there's so many to choose from. I think the Wolverine game is now next year, not this year, so that will make time a little bit easier because that was also on my list for this year. But I think it's going to be next year now for Wolverine. But yeah, it's just trying to fit everything, isn't it? And then with PlayStation Plus Premium, there's so many games added each month. The whole Yakuza games have now been added, which I would like to look at. I've never thought about playing them before, but they look interesting. But it's trying to put them into the episodic stuff, but we've got too much on the go for episodic at the minute. We've got to wait till we finish things. And it's just a constant battle to what order we do things in and when is the right time to do something. But Midnight Suns has been amazing so far. I don't know how close we are to finishing, but obviously we've got a week tomorrow to try and get it done. Although we can put it into the evening streams if we don't manage it, so it's not too big a deal. And obviously we've got a relaxed play for The Witcher every Saturday evening as well. I haven't played the Star Wars games, no. The new one coming out does look good. Obviously I want to play the others first if I can. I think there's one other I want to do. That's actually free on PlayStation Plus as well. Yeah, there's the one they've added. I want to do that, but obviously before the new one. So hopefully we'll get to that at some point. It's just you guys have a vote normally on what we do. So live stream games, because we've got a list at the minute, there's no vote going on because we know the order we want to do things for the time being. But I think once we finish one of the episodic games, there'll be a vote on what we do next episodically. So we'll see where that goes. I really wanted to do Death Stranding, but we just haven't had a chance to fit it in as of yet. That might suit more episodic, to be fair, than live stream, just because I think the travelling part is quite long, isn't it? There's a few games I wanted to do live stream, we just haven't been able to fit them in. That's the problem. You played it a few times, it's a great game. Oh, really? Yeah, it's definitely on my list, it's just trying to fit it in. But I think the next vote will be for the next episodic game once we finish Final Fantasy or Assassin's or Watch Dogs Legion. I think that will be the next vote. Because they won't go on for the live stream game for a little while, just because of the list we've got. But we'll get there. It's I have a lot more time to play than a lot of people, but I still feel like I don't have enough time. It's one of those weird ones. Trying to fit everything in is a nightmare. But I can't imagine doing this and working full time and trying to fit everything in. That would be impossible. That's the only thing. But unfortunately, we are done for the day. Play the games to enjoy them, mate. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, we don't rush anything. We enjoy them. We won't play something we don't enjoy, and we never rush anything either. You've got to enjoy what you're playing. Otherwise, what's the point? I think that's the big thing. But unfortunately, we are out of time for today. We do need to finish for the morning. We are back tomorrow morning with more Marvel Midnight Suns. Tomorrow evening with God of War Ragnarok as we continue to try to complete everything in it. That'll be tomorrow evening and tomorrow morning. Midnight Suns tomorrow morning. We will sleep when we start. We'll go and do the next main story mission once the research is finished, which should be immediately. So there'll be some more main story tomorrow as well. And we'll have a look at the Deadpool and see if that's all done. If Deadpool missions are all done, it means we've gained 4 missions and Deadpool as a character for the DLC. Which, if we didn't have Season Pass, that wouldn't be enough to make me want to buy it. But we'll see what happens. There might be more, we don't know. Thank you, Insanity, much appreciated. But that is us for this morning. As always, thank you for the likes, the comments, the views, and the conversation. As I say, we're back tomorrow morning with more Midnight Suns, and tomorrow evening we've got all Ragnarok. Enjoy the rest of your day, have a good one, and hopefully we'll see you in a live stream very soon. Thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.